cookie cutters, God gave you a nose to breathe with so you can keep your mouth shut. Welcome to the podcast.
All right,
Take
dusted off the old podcast machine, and here we go.
Are you rolling?
Yeah.
All right.
68.
68.
Let's see how long it takes us to get to 69.
Yeah, no shit. Well, if and when we do a 69, I guess we're going to have a female here, no?
Is that a Freudian slip?
I don't want to do one with you, you fucking pig.
It's a Freudian slip.
Well, you guys can,
Obviously. Did you have to state it, Brad?
you guys can 69 each other on episode 69.
See, now he saw what it was.
I am home for tonight. Oh, of course.
Doesn't he at his mom's? She's fucking
Yeah,
3 minutes
he's
from
3
here.
minutes away from me.
Oh, I'm off tomorrow, so...
Brad has a gift that was sent for Jason, and we couldn't figure out what it was till we opened it up.
Jason's like, open it up. He said, return to sender. He said, look at it in the light, see what it is. I said, me and Andrew can't figure out what the fuck it is.
Because us dingalings didn't
So we just open. He said, open it up. So we opened it up. It's a rare Nazi coin. What is it, a 5-cent thing, Lenny?
5 Deutschmarks. Not even.
Deutschmarks?
I would have no idea.
Well, it has a 5 on it. And
I think a Deutschmark, you have a Reichsmark.
And it has an eagle that's holding the swastika on the back of it.
The guy wrote Reich Eagle on the card.
Yeah.
Remember, that money was destroyed after the denazification program after World War II ended.
Yeah, it's probably...
So anything that's still around is a rare and probably valuable item.
I bet he's glad now I didn't fucking send it back. Shit. I thought it was like a SIM card or something, the way the guy wrapped it up all tight. From Tom in Davenport, Florida.
Well,
Jason won't thank you, but we will.
His OCD has definitely transferred from worrying about viewers and subscribers to coins. He keeps sending me videos every day of his coins.
Yeah, he's obsessed. I sent
him
the picture of the letter from the P.O. box, and his response was, "Don't these fans and trolls realize I am done? Look through the light. Tell me what it is first before I take it. Not taking things from sick fucks if it a troll gifted."
Hey, what Jesse Jackson say? Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive.
He's done till Grandma kicks the bucket.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
It's a shame though, because he met me at LA Fitness in Boca about 3 weeks ago, and he was going around at different members in the gym showing them his coin collection on his cell phone.
Oh my God.
And he and Kojak, he's a guy Brad and I know from the gym.
You would know him if you saw him.
Yeah.
He went to the Old World Gym. He's a pain in the ass.
Because he always has a lollipop in his mouth, so we call him Kojak. And he and Jason engaged in this great conversation about coins, and only Jason would let me film. If Jason even sees me take out my cell phone when he's at the gym, he will storm off. You're not going to film me, bro! You're not going to secretly film me, bro!
I could have sworn
I can't film.
I saw him in a Darth Vader costume, and they took a mask off him. What was that all about, Jason?
That was money talks.
I'm like, Jason, relax. I'm just checking a text message, man. I'm not trying to film you.
PJ paid him.
Oh, yeah, the wrestling match. He does that. I think the deal with him and PJ and that is they're going to do it on major holidays. So like 6 times a year, PJ's going to have him do some shit for his channel. That's the arrangement. Holidays? And every time you ask Jason how much he's getting paid, the number changes every time. It's $1,000, it's $500, it's $2,000.
It goes all the way down to $20.
Yeah. Oh, God.
That's good. Well, that's nice of PJ that you spoke to him about opening his ring up for the two turns.
Yeah, that reminds me. I got to text
smack
him.
each other around.
Text him tomorrow about it. I think a better wager would be that if Jay loses this boxing match with McCuck, for 1 year, Jay has to do all of his live streams wearing a Black Lives Matter shirt. Forget deleting your social media.
That's actually not a bad idea. I don't think there should be any stipulation. That's one thing I do agree with Jay on is the contract thing, stipulations. You'd want him to keep his social media because he's going to get fucking ripped if he happens to lose.
He's not losing that badge.
But I think the stipulations should be far more severe if Jay doesn't accept the challenge, because we're all sick and tired of him doing that.
It's
issuing challenges to
not
people?
Not accepting that, not following through with it.
Well, the one he might is closest to accepting is against a guy that has the worst fucking genetics out of anybody he's ever challenged. So it's a fucking win-win for McLeod.
Actually, there's somebody worse I saw yesterday.
It's a total lose-lose for Jay. There's nothing for him to gain out of it.
Well, at least he stood up to somebody.
What?
He never did accept any
challenges. He called him out first.
So let them fight first, and then we'll.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But yeah,
I'm willing to bet it doesn't happen.
I'm texting PJ tomorrow. He already gave me a tentative yes to host it at Blackstone sometime after Christmas. I'm going to touch base with him again tomorrow. tomorrow and see what we can hammer out.
All you need is a simple liability so they don't sue each other or the place they're doing it at, and go have at it. That's it. No, why complicate shit, you know?
Brad, we willing to take on the winner?
No, I'm not even going to that bullshit.
Yeah, that's Med City, Brad. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
It's called Cringe City.
You wouldn't go see that?
No, I'll watch the fucking video. How's that? I don't want.
Wait a minute.
I don't want to be anywhere near.
Let's
that
back up here, Brad.
Wipe. Okay, I've made that perfectly clear. I want.
What is this? Out of fear or what?
No, I don't want to be around the asshole.
Which one? There's two of them. Possibly three, counting PJ. Bro, Brad, the maniacs are going to go wild with this. You don't want to be there?
For what? I don't want to.
That's an historic event.
It'd be a distraction anyway.
Why?
Let them do their.
A distraction about what?
I don't want to give Jay any excuses to lose.
I don't get it.
Brad was there and he flustered.
Watch, it'll be like Francis Ngannou against Derek Lewis. Remember, they just danced around the ring for 3 rounds and didn't throw a punch?
The only thing Jay needs to do is just walk into the center of the ring, stand there, take Adam's best shots, counterpunch him, not run around so he doesn't gas out, and that's it.
Have you seen Adam's shots?
Have you seen Jay's head? It's a cinder block.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Adam, no offense to Adam, he's not hurting Jay. Sorry. He can give him 3 free shots. He's not hurting
I hope
Jay.
Adam's playing possum.
If Jay had longer arms like you, he could just like hold the top of his head and let him swing like a little kid. Yeah, I can see that being a total embarrassment.
Hey, if I can go there and film it, I told PJ I'll film it for his channel. I said, if you host it, we'll throw the whole damn thing on Blackstone Labs
Men's
channel.
City.
You gonna ref it, Lenny?
Actually, I shouldn't have said this, but I was approached
Be a ring?
by one Adam McLeod to be in his corner.
Who's it to be the ring girl?
PJ's got some hot chicks.
That's
on
true.
How about the Taco Queen? I'm sure that would motivate the other guy.
She can probably beat either of them. Yeah. Hey, the good thing about that whole situation, it definitely acted as a good bridge in between the total lack of content we've been putting out.
Well, that's why they love Jay, because he just continues to embarrass
Who's they?
Here we go.
Who's they?
You know who. He provides Ments, embarrassing himself doing drunk lives. That's Ments to them.
I wasn't expecting that one last night. Who the fuck was that woman who was in it with him? Did you see that? You didn't see that hag that was in the live stream with him last night? It looked like Jane's sister or something.
Yeah. The woman can't even speak.
And Jay was muted the whole time. He couldn't talk. It was really bizarre. Where does he find these people?
He's turned into Jason. He's a fucking train wreck. Just to watch, you never know.
You don't want to be there. I don't get it.
No, thank you.
Maniacs, will you please leave some comments as to why you would think Brad would not attend? Because I'm quite honestly, I'm very stumped at this.
I don't want to be anywhere around that man ever again.
What man?
Okay, you're right.
That's a man.
The human
Backing down from everybody.
Human filth.
He's not a man until he at least accepts a challenge, and we'll call him that.
Well, he apparently accepted Adams, so we'll see what happens. There's going to be some bullshit.
I'll believe it when I see it. So, Lenny, you have a story to tell that you've had on ice now for quite some time.
Yeah.
You feel like telling it tonight?
Absolutely.
This is on a 1 to 10. This is like a 9.5 on the Lenny scale.
I remember that day very well.
3 months ago on a Friday evening, end of summer.
Wait, Lenny, hold it, because I'm going to film this for your channel. Hang on. All right, start talking.
Finished my workout, went home, took a shower. It's a Friday night, end of summer, I would say early September. And I was going to go down Fort Lauderdale, see if I can get a little spot as a club security or bar bouncer. And I had on my black shoes, my trousers, and my dress shirt.
Trousers.
So I was pretty, just dressed up to possibly work the door that night somewhere. So I went down to Fort Lauderdale, which was in south, and I got off at Sunrise Boulevard. And I went I went east instead of west.
Well, west you run into the swap shop, right, on Sunrise? That's where the drive-in theater is. The end of Sunrise west.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't aware. I don't know. It's not too familiar with that area.
Swap shop.
I'm more a Broward Boulevard type guy.
Yeah, I know.
So when
Where the action is.
at the first light, as soon as I got off 95 going east, there was a girl in front of the McDonald's at the bus stop. Very pretty black girl.
First of all, I'll just clear
Nice
this
body.
up. If you're in South Florida and you get off 95 east, anywhere between 95 and, what would you say, Federal, not areas you want to fucking be.
I'm sorry, I went west.
But you know
you went
what?
west.
I never understood that, because you would think that would be prime real
Close to the
estate.
highway?
Correct. Close to the beach, close to the highway.
The only area that's Boca when you get off a 95 east. Anywhere else, south, just off 95, are not good areas. Yes.
And how do you know this?
Because I've lived here my whole life, Leonard.
So you've been down those areas
Yes.
many times.
Yes.
For what reason?
He's a male prick. He knows
Let's hear
these
some of your
neighborhoods.
stories, Brad. Well, anyway,
Finish. Go ahead.
she's very attractive, and I was at the red lights, waiting to turn left. I was going to make a U-turn and go east, north towards Federal. So, I looked to the right, and I was like, wow, this girl. And she started, hey, because I looked at her, and I smiled, and she smiled back at me. I admit I initiated the smile first, and she waved, hey, where are you going? I rolled the window down. I'm looking to get a job as a nightclub security. So I ride along with you? I said, sure. So she got in the front seat. We started talking. Very nice. Told me she was from Philadelphia. She came down here a few months ago.
To rip off white people.
Yeah, but very shockingly. I mean, it was, I know a druggy crack whore when I see it, and she wasn't one of them. She was a very pretty girl, very young. And I asked her nationality. She said she was Haitian. Just very, very nice. And talking about
your cup of tea right there.
So we backtracked. I went back up north to a place. It was a sports bar that was open at the time. And when I came to the door, and you could tell the bouncers, they get real, when I come around asking for a job, it's like they don't want to cooperate. I always say, can I speak to the manager? Because they want to take your job. It seems like it's so insecure.
Right, yeah.
And she didn't have a mask, so we're standing out front. And we had to leave, and then she's like, let's go back to where I live. So we went down back to Sunrise, and we made a left onto, it was 29th Street. She goes, I live right there. So I pulled in front of this house. It was somewhat nice. And I pulled over, and as soon as I put it in park, she turned the keys and pulled them out, ran out of the car. I'm like, what? So I got out of the car, and she started going towards this 29th Street, or I'm sorry, 79th Street.
So you don't have a push.
Said,
You don't have a push start card.
Give me these keys.
Took the key out of the ignition.
Right. I said, give me those keys. And she's walking up north. She wouldn't say anything. So I jogged up to her, grabbed her, and I said, where are the keys? She had a purse. I said, where are those effing keys at? She's like, she goes, I think I dropped them. And I said, get back here. And she goes, get off of me. She goes, why you be tripping on me? So I said, dump that purse on the foot of this car.
Why you be tripping on me? You just took my keys out of my fucking ignition, you
I dumped it out. I said, where's the keys?
No reason.
Nothing. There wasn't any keys in the purse. Dumped everything else. Give me them effing keys. And she's like, she goes, I think I dropped them on the sidewalk. And it started getting dark at that point. And I really wasn't paying much attention to the neighborhood. I'm looking around. I'm like, this is a real crummy neighborhood. There's like, Watts walking around. Didn't look too good. And it was hot. I was sweating. I'm like, I was getting ready to blow my top. And we went up to look at it. And then we're looking by the sidewalk, and she's looking, acting like they're on the ground. I'm thinking, I said, well, how the hell could you drop those keys? So she came back to the car, and I was up there looking about 30 feet away. And all of a sudden, she gets in my car and drives away with the keys. She had them on her. And I'm like, what? I sprinted back. Then I'm standing there. I'm like, what the hell? What do I do now? So I'm standing there 15 minutes. I was bare chested, sweating like
Michael Jackson in a Toys R Us.
Yeah. Or a PM at a hanging. And
continue.
All the people are pulling over, and somebody said, black girl put up, she says, hey, sir, is it something I can do for you? I says, yeah, somebody just stole my car. I said, I don't know what to do. And they're like, shh. She goes, what? And I'm like, yeah. So then all of a sudden, she comes back out of another car driving around, and this other car comes out. She gets out of the car, and I run into my car, and she, wait a minute. No, what happened was when I came back to the car the first time, she got into another car and drove off. And then 15 minutes later, my car was still there, right? This is before, no, she didn't open the car, but she got another car and drove off. And then I'm over there again at that area looking for the keys on the ground. Then all of a sudden, this car speeds up, goes right past me to the car, and it was her. She gets out of the car and speeds off going east. And I'm sprinting to the car, and I barely touched the car. I was sprinting at the car.
With your car keys while your empty car sat there.
Right.
Okay.
She went with somebody before she went.
So you were set up. She was probably setting the whole thing up while she was sitting in your car.
So at that point, I called
through text messages with her buddy.
911, Fort Lauderdale police. I got there in about 15 minutes. It was an undercover car. And I gave the information, and I'm talking, and then the homeowner, the cops went out to talk to the homeowner who was in front of the car. I said, no, she didn't live here, but they have everything on tape. There's a camera. Something, and that's good. Then the cops tell me, well, we want you to go to the police station. And I'm like, yeah, I'm on foot. I guess, no, we can't give you a ride, but we can, keep an eye on you. Just walk to, actually it was Broward at that point, walk to Broward and 441 where the police station is. And so when I was walking there, I got a text. She was saying the car was at some motel down in 441 in Davie.
So when you walked away, that's when they came back and took the car.
Yeah. So then I had to go. She texted me and says it's 441 in Davie. And at that point, I called a ride and went home and caught another ride the next day. And we went and checked it out. And sure enough, the car was there. Of course, I didn't have the keys. It was in front of this hotel. And I noticed in the canal next to it, all the things in my car, my neck harness, some of my clothes, weightlifting equipment, things I had in the console was thrown in the canal. canal. So then we called the cops again, and they took the information. And one of the cops was telling me, oh, be straight up with me. He says, she was a hooker, wasn't she? I said, no. He goes, just be straight up. And I said, I wish she was. She's a fucking car thief. Fuck. What the fuck am I going to admit to that for? And they're like, oh, so don't worry, we got her on tape. But then they ended up towing the car. I had to get a key made, which cost a few $100s, and got into the car, and, everything was all right from there. She didn't damage or anything. But they started sending me pictures of girls they brought in and arrested, and they were ugly as sin. I said, that's not her. She's a good-looking girl. And sending me these disgusting, ugly pictures.
And you were sober at the time when you picked her up, correct? Yeah.
So it's just one of those things.
Well, here's the $1,000,000 question. Have you picked up any strange women in your car since this happened?
Not strange, but good looking. Couple.
I was going to see if you were blind.
Because I knew you knew the answer to
The
that.
difference is my hands, and I should have known better from my younger days. Keep your hands close to those keys and be ready to grab them, because if she gets the keys, you're done. And she can only get them if it's in park turned off. So if you guys gonna get busy in your car with a girl you don't know, grab the keys and put them in your pockets.
Well, plus what the writing on the side of that vehicle kind of makes you a mark when it says cannabis card. So they might think
That's actually a very good point.
Legal cannabis,
That's what the sheriff said, but
they probably thought they would get a nice score.
Correct, yeah. Medical supply, whatever, something worth some money. They were probably pissed when they found a fucking
any kind of drugs.
Yeah, you could tell they looked through it, and they left a bottle of vitamin C.
Did you have the destroyer in the car at the time? Any of the treats that we've gotten delivered here?
And unfortunately, that was
they're probably like, this motherfucker is sick.
That was in a canal.
What, they found it in a canal?
Yeah, I saw it. I didn't go in the canal. It was mud.
Imagine someone goes fishing and they catch that on their hook. We got a big one, Earl. They reel it in and it's a fucking black destroyer. Do we throw it back? Or do we keep it?
But the strange thing was, when we went to the hotel to see the car there, and we spoke to the police, they said, oh, this car wasn't here like 30 minutes ago. So I could have come across these people. Wow. Just really. And they parked at a certain place where the hotel's camera wasn't in their visibility. So like I said, I mean, you could pick up a girl, but, you got to watch a few things. She could pull something on you or grab the keys. Yeah. Or cut you or hit you, spray you.
How about the one you picked up a couple weeks ago?
Yeah. I was on the phone with Brad, got out of the gym in West Palm, and a nice-looking Puerto Rican came by in some stretch shorts with
over there on Okeechobee Military, right?
Yeah, nice looking. Walking across the street. And when I give girls a smile, show them the teeth. I mean, what can I say?
The panty dropper.
No, he's on the phone with me. He's like, Brad, hold on. He's like, hey, you want to ride? Where are you going?
Oh,
you need a ride?
I got like this.
Get in. She's like, yeah. She jumps in. I hear her voice. I'm like, Lenny, be fucking careful, man.
Well, I knew that.
Brad, she's beautiful. You should see this girl. You should see her. She's like, oh, yeah.
Well, you need to do what Jay does. You need to carry wasp spray in your car. You ever see that big canister he's shown us?
Jay,
yeah, RJ.
What's he use that for? When the little kids come to attack him? The 8-year-olds that he goes after?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Why don't he bring the wasp spray to the McLeod fight?
But you didn't score anything with that broad. Just gave her a ride to fucking 7-Eleven and that was it.
She wanted to party, but...
Wasn't she the one that told you about dipping the cigarettes in embalming fluid or some fucking thing?
That's what she wanted to do.
I know. You called me back. You're like, Brad, have you ever heard of this? Dipping cigarettes in embalming fluid?
Letting it dry.
I think I have heard of that, actually.
Letting it dry. And they do it with joints, too, so...
She got to go to the fucking funeral party?
I don't know. Where do you order embalming fluid from? Get it online?
You can fucking order anything online, really.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts.
What's nuts is those guys, necrophiliacs, working in the funeral parlor to fuck a dead body. We had guys from my hometown that did that. Our trainer, our football team, his family owned a funeral home, and they caught him having sex with a dead body.
How much time did you get for that?
I don't know what happened in that case.
That is sick.
Well, he's now they have necrophiliacs rights, so it's accepted.
Yeah.
Just like the pedophilia. Less than 5 years, Brad. Accepted. Guaranteed.
Hey, I'm not going to argue with you anymore about shit, man. You called it on a lot of things that I thought you were nuts saying, but the way shit's going...
Because minors, according to these people, have the right to have sex.
You can't even...
It's their body, their choice.
The word unbelievable doesn't even need to be in anybody's vocabulary anymore. Everything's fucking believable at this point.
Right.
I mean,
What about Jay fighting McLeod? Is that believable?
How about this? Is this believable? The name of this article is Kazakhstani Bodybuilder Marries Sex Doll After Whirlwind Romance. All right, this is from November 30th. So what, 10 days ago.
Kyrgyzstan, that's Borat.
Yeah. Proving that love is blind and sometimes kooky, a bodybuilder from Kazakhstan has tied the knot with his dearly beloved, a sex doll he dated for 8 months before proposing a year ago.
How do you date a sex doll?
I don't know. Clad in a black tux and bow tie, Yuri Tolochko is seen planting a gentle kiss on Margot, who appears a bit stiff in her revealing white gown as she clutches a bouquet of flowers and stares into the distance. The couple also shared a romantic first dance in front of dozens of guests who attended the traditional ceremony, which is shared on Instagram. The unconventional couple got engaged in December 2019 when the bald, blue-eyed hunk, who described, are they talking about Jay or the, who described himself as a sexy maniac, popped the question. What do you think about that, Lenny?
It's going to be.
Oh, by the way,
more.
here's a picture. Looks like Kalora a little bit. Did you see this?
No. What the fuck? That's got to be a gag. That can't be fucking real.
I don't know. Yeah, there are more
It's a
pictures.
good way to get publicity.
I guess.
Well, in 10, 20 years, the technology of them, they'll be just almost human.
You get to pick what they look like. You get a Christina Broccolini replica.
Guess who has a few of them now?
Who?
Joe Rogan. Not bad. What do you think he does with all that money? He's the type of guy as a kid, come on over, look at all the stuff I spoil little brat that thinks he's a tough guy. He has some now, so until that guy comes clean.
Shit wouldn't surprise me, man. Good God. How is that you can marry a sex doll?
Better than those old-fashioned dolls we had.
Well, hey,
Hillary
look,
Clinton.
Bruce Jenner won fucking Woman of the Year a few years ago, right?
It took him 8 months to get to know her. I mean,
Anything's
why not?
possible,
Why
I
not
guess.
after a week? It's a
Hey,
doll.
look at her, I'm not saying I'd marry her, but you probably get to see what you could do with her. Look at her.
She's a little light complected for you.
Yeah, she's a little bit,
Very pasty.
she's not packing heat either, but I'm saying get one that packs heat.
Tranny dolls.
I wonder if they've gotten any special orders for that.
Definitely.
You think so?
Billionaires, that's who has them now. But they always get everything first, but they'll be available to the general.
I want blonde hair, blue eyes, 36D, nice hips, and 8 inches.
Is that a Freudian slip, Andrew?
Definitely. It'll be the working man will have it in a few
I thought
years.
I thought you're past that. I thought you got
What?
that out of your system.
Well, yeah, I have. I haven't done it. I don't think about it as much.
So tell us about your ibogaine, or
Is that-
tell the maniacs about your ibogaine.
Is that a new mole on your ear? I don't remember
I think
seeing
it's
that
either from
before.
using the neck harness or my
Have you seen?
CPAP. There's a
I've never
strap.
seen that before.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
sticking
getting
out.
bigger. It's like been out and gone for like 10 years. There's something I do in the gym.
Did it go away by itself, or did you get it
It
removed?
does. It falls off and then it comes back. But it's something I do in the gym or with CPAP because the strap gets on somehow. But it's been there for a while. It's probably not, one of those things. I'm not
It's
worried
called
about it.
getting old. I'm getting a few of those myself.
Melanoma, skin cancer.
Dun,
Yeah,
dun.
Big Rich is
it's not a
holy
joke,
hell
man.
from that. Of course, he was a sunbather.
Oh well, yeah.
back in
He
the
said he
day.
used to oil himself
You-
up on
you-
Miami Beach.
You know,
That's real smart.
You know who else too had a bunch of shit removed and has got some pretty big scars. Anyone who watched the old Delray Misfit videos, remember Sean with the orange visor?
Oh, yeah.
Who I still see at Boca LA Fitness. He had 3 or 4 of those things removed.
They said that was
they
from
had
the
they
sun.
had to incise real deep to get him out too. He
You
had
say that was from the sun.
Yep, just like Big Richard, sun worshiper his whole life.
Some people cannot handle that type of direct sun.
Yeah, because Richard's kind of freckly, so he's got the fair skin anyway. He shouldn't be out like that. If you're fair skinned, you can't.
Yeah, I think Sean's got one right like by his collarbone. That was one, and there's one on his thigh. He was showing me this was about 2 months ago.
So my grandfather died of skin cancer.
Not a very
spread,
very painful way to
He was
die.
a red. He was a red. He was,
Very painful. Hell on earth.
when he was growing up, he was born in 1915. He never had sunscreen and all that
No.
shit. So he had
Well,
big
sunscreen doesn't do jack shit.
Yeah.
It's probably worse.
I get more burnt when I wear fucking sunscreen for
I
some
wouldn't
reason. I haven't worn sunscreen in years. That's why I'm always fucking red. Everybody, red
gotta
face
have-
alcoholic. No, it's because I'm in the sun almost
You gotta
8
have your
fucking hours a
essential
day,
oils.
asshole.
Your essential fats supplementated or taken in through your dietary intake first and foremost, and you have to have a certain kind of skin that is acclimated to that.
Well, the media just wants to tell you to throw a mask on and stay in your fucking house instead of get some vitamin D and go exercise. It's ridiculous.
Well, but we got to monetize this, Brad. That'll shut us down. Sad to say, maniacs.
Oh, we can't.
We can't speak about this,
Right.
Or else you're not going to hear it. We're going to be gone.
That's why that's part of the reason why we never do shit, because a lot of our content is against the fucking agenda it right now,
they're-
we'll get fucking
right.
flagged and deleted.
There are topics we want to talk about, but
you fucking can't.
I
It's
never
terrible.
thought 2 years
You're
ago
risking
this
your
would
YouTube
happen,
channel.
but it is.
Yeah.
It's happened to Maniacs. I apologize on our behalf, but there has to be another forum where we can do an anything goes. Someone has to start something on a non-censored type free speech.
I heard there was another one called Rumble and then Parler. Parler's like an Instagram, Rumble's like a YouTube, but I heard on there now they're fucking starting to flag and delete shit too. I mean,
Remember during World War II, those countries that have, they call it free radio, Britain, something like that.
how about the fucking National Enquirer? How the fuck is that still on the stands? Most of that,
I don't know. Good
that
question.
shit's fucking nonsense.
There's a
Why can-
disclaimer.
Oh yeah.
It's for entertainment purposes only. But
So what if you say your
They
YouTube
have
channel's
good
for
lawyers.
Yeah, so is
entertainment
this.
purposes only? What the fuck?
yeah, we don't, do we have
It's
good
an
lawyers?
opinion.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
That you don't know, they don't know about, so.
it's fucked. It's sad. You gotta constantly censor ourselves, which stinks. That makes you not want to do shit. That's what
Who censors when you got a severe change in a country's government to prepare the people, whether fascism or communism? It always starts with censorship.
Yeah.
That's one of the early steps by the playbook, and it's obviously a communistic type of censorship.
and then comes disarming the people. That's
Yes.
next.
Yeah.
That's next. You watch. Start confiscating those guns.
Yeah.
Little by little. First they'll ban assault weapons, which, whatever, I guess I don't have a problem with all
Next,
things
they're going
considered.
to say, for instance, hey, Brad, you got extra bedrooms in your house. You're going to have these people that the government says they're going to live there, and you have no choice in it. There's no more private property.
Synthol Mark is very big on that. He
I hate when you say shit like this because I want to disagree with you, but I have a feeling you'll probably be right on that one too.
I want to try to find Synthol Mark and I were emailing each other about 10 days ago. I want to see if I can find his email. See,
Before that happens, you're moving in. I don't want any extra.
At the government's discretion, they're going to tell you. What do they check out? And I'm sure many of you do. Check out the Great Awakening that happened in China with Mao Zedong. You want to see some of the most disgusting censorship and government. It absolutely makes the Soviet Union's Russian Revolution look like a joke. You're talking, they would take all the intellectuals, tie their hands up, put them right in front of their business. And you know who was doing this? The youth, the educated. Even elementary school children. They would have elementary school children in China take a principal out in front of the school, tie them up, make them eat nails and swallow nails and kill, put signs. They take their parents out of their house, put a sign over that's translated to say, capitalistic pig, and they'd whip them. Little kids, little girls, make an adult eat nails. And worse. Check it out. And everybody, all the little Maoists had their little red book. It was Mao Zedong's Guide to How to Live, the little red book. And a lot of people in universities, because that happened in the 60s, a lot of the people in universities in this country thought that was great. And they were having, in English translations, walking around campuses with little red books, like at Berkeley, NYU.
When was this?
At a lot of places during the 60s.
60s.
Yeah, making them eat nails, swallow nails. How about little kids coming up, a gang of them. And of course, the college age and the high school age would come out in mobs and beat store owners, doctors, professionals. No private property, they would say. Everything belongs to the government.
Oh,
You're evil because you have savings, you have a business.
there's still lockdowns going on, man. Fucking up almost.
Fucking up the
9
middle class,
months.
the small business owners.
Yeah. Meanwhile, McDonald's can stay open. That great healthy
Yeah.
food can stay. All the fast food.
Amazon opening up like crazy.
what's the agenda? 'Cause I was in Walmart 2 days ago. It was packed. It was packed.
Yeah.
Fucking packed, yeah. And you can buy clothes in Walmart too, but a little shop, mom and pop shop that sells
want 'em gone.
clothes. No, clothes.
The agenda is,
The fuck?
It's a worldwide agenda now. It's a couple dozen billionaires, Bill Gates being one of them, Soros, a lot of unnamed people we don't even know about. They want to control the world by 2030. They want a one world government.
They already kind of do.
They're going to say who lives and who dies. They want equality. They think, some of them think they're being benevolent and they're
equality,
helping
but
the
not
world.
equal to them.
Can I ask you a question, though? Let's say the government that you claim they're seeking existed 30 years ago. They never would have become billionaires. They would have been victims of the very government you say they're now trying to implement.
True.
So why would they want to implement that?
Well, they're going to make more money in a communistic government. Remember, Raul, what's his name?
Bill Gates doesn't have enough fucking money now? How much
He
is
wants
enough?
more power and control. You remember Castro and Che Guevara, who all the commie cookie cutters have Che shirts and flags. You know, they had giant screen TVs and fancy type motorcycles driving around Havana that nobody knows about.
Che Guevara? Isn't that his name?
Yes.
Yeah. I think Kaepernick was wearing a Che Guevara shirt.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
Of course.
You don't get censored for that.
Or it was a Castro shirt. One of the other.
One of the two scumbags. He's another one. Took away all the private property. Nobody had air conditioning. tradition. I remember Hugo Chavez, that bum that died, made Venezuela communist. I saw a meeting in the Venezuelan cabinet where he was telling everybody every citizen should have a 3-minute shower. He goes, I do it every day, and I don't smell because I come in, I turn a little water, I soap up, I shut it off. He goes, I can shower in 3 minutes.
Well, they had water restrictions in California. What was it, last year when they went through a drought? They were telling people
they can get water anywhere. There's pipelines. You could get it from the Hoover Dam. You can stretch all the way out there. It's one good thing about it.
Get it from the cooling station over there.
Yeah. I don't want to hear dry. They said in Florida too. Drought and conserve. But like Jimmy Carter pulled that shit in the 70s. He used to turn the heat down in the White House in the winter. He goes, I'm fine walking around in a coat and sweaters in the White House. What a great inspirational leader he is.
I don't fucking get it, man.
I do.
All this shit's happening right before our eyes.
It's plain to see it.
Right.
We know the agenda, and quite frankly, nobody's doing anything about it.
You can't do shit about it.
Because people don't want to, because it's uncomfortable. Like I said, people say they're not going to get a chip. You're going to suffer. You're not going to buy, sell. You're going to lose your job.
We already have a chip right here. Your fucking cell phone. That's your chip.
Yeah.
This fucking thing, every time I get in the car, it tells me how many minutes it takes to get to work or to get home. How the fuck you know?
Good point.
This is our chip already. That's a fucking...
My favorite is if you're just talking about something and you happen to look at your phone and you scroll on Instagram and then you see an advertisement for what you were just talking about.
Emails, too.
Correct.
Fucking emails.
On Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
Scary shit.
Yeah. Well, just in case you're not beside your phone.
Right.
They want to make sure.
You have to turn it completely fucking off.
Does people know I'm not going to talk about this because it's going to just kill us maniacs, but the hazards of vaccinations, that's not something you want to rush. That's not something you want to take. I want to be the first. People have become paralyzed from that in certain vaccinations in the 50s. Look it up.
I heard they already started them in the UK.
I think
they're giving them 2 different kinds because they're trying to cover all bases. That's real smart.
There's not enough data, man. There's not enough data for me to take that. Sorry.
Yeah, but it might get to a point where you can't go to work unless you've been fucking vaccinated.
Well, I was about to say, what happened? Because Qantas Airlines already said they're going to not let people on board unless they can prove that they got vaccinated. So then JetBlue's going to follow, and this one's going to follow, and then you're not going to be able to go to a Dolphins game.
You won't be able to buy or sell, so you're going to suffer. You ready for that, people? Make your move. I know what my move is.
That reminds me of that movie. What was it, Kill Bill? When she's in like a coma and the orderlies bringing guys in to pay and fuck her while she's in the coma.
That's right.
Sick,
Jesus.
Man. Sick mind of Tarantino. Did you ever see that movie?
But this isn't going to be a movie, Brad. This is real life. This isn't your Star Wars lightsaber. Jurassic Park.
Speaking of that, you watched The Mandalorian? That's a great fucking
No, I
show.
haven't.
Good
Never
show.
heard of her. And for you out there, Pumps, E.T., the movie you saw as a young child, which to this day has you fascinated with extraterrestrials. You have all the dolls in your house, E.T. phone home, the Speak and Spell.
Oh, the government said a few months ago,
Speak and Spell was a great toy.
There have been identified UFOs and shit. Or whatever. You saw some of those ads.
Yeah.
Okay. How come they're only seen in America? Why nowhere else around the world?
Because we have a little bit of
because everybody's on Ibogaine tripping and seeing shit. How was that, by the way?
It's a life-changing experience.
Don't fucking bullshit me. Don't just say that because they paid all that fucking money to do it and you got... Be honest. Enough for it. Don't bullshit me. Life-changing experience. What did it fucking do?
You have to go through it to understand.
Shitting blood? No thanks. No
It's a
thanks.
fucking mushroom trip. Of course it's going to change your way of thinking for a little bit. It's a temporary... I don't know. I'm not sold on that shit. I'm really not. And I think...
That's all I
think for the amount of money that it was, and I know you don't want to knock it because it's very generous for them to do that and help you out, but I think for that...
Let me ask you, what was your intent of going out there and doing it? What was the reason for it?
Mainly to open my anabolic receptors and allow your...
So it had nothing to do with drugs or anything like that? Like for...
well, I don't consider myself addicted to drugs. I'll indulge in certain performance-enhancing substances from time and again. But
you're not a junkie on the side of the street.
Well, it's not a junkie anywhere. It's not like I need to take a drug, but it definitely gives a new lease on life as far as how you think about things, how you look at things.
It opened your mind a little bit.
It made me act less impulsively and understand other people.
Now. You picked up that chick a couple weeks ago after you did that fucking treatment.
Is there something wrong with that,
That's
Brad?
impulsive.
Picking up a chick? That's not impulsive.
I could tell you one thing that I think it did cure, and it might be worth that fucking money, is you're twitching less. Your nose isn't fucking...
Listen to this guy. Brad, you need Ibogaine just to be able to think
I'll give it a shot, but I wouldn't pay that fucking amount of money for it. I think it's a fucking ripoff. I do. do. I'm sorry to Amin, Marvin, whatever. I think that was a total fucking ripoff. Just my opinion.
Ballpark figure. What was the cost?
That's a typical.
I'm not going to say what it was.
That's a typical uneducated opinion. Didn't try it.
That's fine.
I tell you, your pot smoking's a waste of time.
You're right.
You love it, and it's on. You feel the greatest feeling on it. So how can I say that to you?
You can say it to me.
I can't because I didn't experience it like you did.
Bullshit. You smoke pot.
No, I didn't.
Bullshit.
I just got after effects, mostly from you.
Bullshit. You were smoking pot the night before you left when we were at the Halloween party, you lying fuck.
I was not.
Yes, you were. We were in the parking lot smoking a joint, you lying fuck.
I don't remember.
Yeah, right. Give me a fucking break. This fucking guy, love it. Grow some balls. Or Ibogaine took away your testicles. Because I see you on these podcasts with fucking Palumbo and letting all these fucking goombas talk over you and shit.
We talk over me.
Fucking word in.
Talk about what?
I don't know, but you like a fucking...
What am I supposed to say? Start talking like that? I'm not a cookie cutter.
No, but why...
You went with those goombas with Howard Frank and his cast of pot smokers, and you were talking... You were talking just like him.
Bullshit, Lenny.
When I go on something, I'm my own man. I act the way I want to. What is there to talk about?
I don't know. They wouldn't even let you get a fucking...
Was that an intelligent subject, in my opinion? No. Am I glad to be on the show? Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to engage in it because I'm not a cookie cutter. Let's talk about something closer to my intelligence.
Hey, Lenny, tell us about your trannies. Let's hear about your trannies, Lenny.
Yeah, Palumbo was really lowering the bar there. Just watching it, I was getting annoyed for you.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
Everything with him has to go back to a fucking a tranny joke. It's like, give it a break, man.
Well, for me, I'm with the David Ikes, the Jordan Petersons, the Lex Friedmans, those type of people, the Ben Shapiro. That's my intellect level.
I understand.
So I'm not going to change the way I am.
Fucking say anything.
What do you want me to say?
I don't know.
I went and saw Star Wars.
Say, how about
and
you?
The Lifesavers. There was a life-changing experience.
Say, hey, Dave, you're so concerned with my tranny hunting. What about yours? How many trannies did you fuck,
I wasn't
Dave?
offended by what he said. How's that?
But it's annoying. Like, does that always...
Well, that's your opinion,
You do the whole interview about the Ibogaine shit, and all this guy wants to talk about is your fucking... Did it cure your tranny hunting and your dick-sucking abilities or whatever? It was fucking ridiculous.
Okay, well...
Stand up for yourself.
Leave a comment. I mean, stand up for myself. In what way? To say, hey, I'm a cookie cutter? How dare you talk to me this way? I'm Mr.
No,
Cool.
it's not that. It's like, come on, man. What are we talking about? What the fuck are we talking about here?
That's not my podcast.
You're right.
He brought up the subject.
That's a good point.
I'm being a polite guest that I am, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
All right, so you can let it all out here.
Take over a podcast.
Because
what am I going to say?
Because when you go on those podcasts with these dipshits, I want you to be like this, the way you are with us, and not a fucking bitch.
I don't see anybody that is so blatantly Freudianistic like you are.
What does that mean?
Freudianistic.
You're saying things with no actual experience.
No, because I don't watch any of that shit unless you're on it. And when I see you on it, I'm like, why the fuck isn't he being himself? You don't seem like you're yourself when you're doing those.
Were you yourself when you got that ink on your body, Brad?
Yes.
I'm still waiting for an answer. And why won't you attend the Jay Masters fight? That's the elephant in the closet.
You know what? Maybe I will.
Maybe.
Maybe I will.
You don't want to see that man. Ooh, that man.
I don't want to be around. He's a piece of shit. I don't want anything to do with him.
You can carry Jay's spit bucket.
After everything he said, it's unforgivable to me. I don't give a fuck about your higher... Oh, you got to forgive. No, I don't. And I'm not going to. Okay?
That's not a good way to live.
I forgive that asshole.
If you don't forgive, that stress and that guilt is on you.
No, it's
and you
not.
carry with that the rest of
no
your life.
Fucking stress or guilt about it whatsoever.
Well, if you
My
did...
life's a lot better without him around
forgive and forget, you wouldn't have any. But you're carrying that to your grave.
No, I don't give a fuck.
It's been shown to reduce people's lifespan and reduce their quality of health.
So be it.
I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about any physician would say that.
Okay.
When you things that...
Oh, a doctor now? A doctor would tell me that?
Well, that's someone that you...
Now you're...
That's someone that you will listen to.
Okay.
Basically, like is just a truth.
That's you? Fine. You want to accept that fucking behavior? You can.
What behavior?
What? I don't need to.
What behavior? What are you talking about here?
I don't know. I forgot. Let's move on. I said what I had to say in my last live. I held back a little. I don't need to say any more.
Why are you holding back? Get it off your chest.
I did.
That's been shown to...
I did.
increase your quality of life.
You want to fucking push me. You want to, Well, I told you.
We're going to have a great time. Andrew's going to film it. I'll be there.
Absolutely.
You'd be missing if you didn't come. PJ will be there, be part of the Mets. And you know what? You're going to get trolled. Where's Brad? The rest of your life. Why did he not show up for that fight?
I just told you.
And everyone's going to come out with an opinion. And maniacs, feel free to leave a comment on this one. Why do you think Brad doesn't want to attend? Because I'd like answers. That's what we do on this podcast.
I think he already did answer. He doesn't want to see Jay.
I did. I don't want to be around the fucking guy. I don't want to be around Jay.
Around? What do you mean?
What does that mean?
You tell me. You got to go up and kiss him?
No, I don't want to see him anywhere near me ever again.
Hold on.
Lenny.
Imagine if Adam won. Wouldn't you want to be there for that monumental event? Imagine missing that. Hey, guess what? You missed it. Adam knocked him out.
Adam could be playing possum. He shows some pretty weak punches on that films, but I think he's doing that he's going to really light him up. He's like Tyson once he gets going. And I think with all that, he's in shape, lost some weight, he can move, he can fatigue him. He's going to come in for the kill for some shots.
All right, you convinced me. I'm going.
There we go. Good job, Lenny. Nicely done.
Was that so hard?
No, it wasn't. You're right. I'll go. Fuck it.
And then he could cry out. He could be laying on the ground. Brad, I'm sorry. Somebody help me. Just like when he passed out at your place, you had to drag him across the room.
I wish I fucking filmed that.
And if you don't help him, I could understand that. When he's laying there bleeding and huffing and puffing.
I highly doubt any of this will happen.
And then Adam comes out and spits a loogie on him at the end. What we should do, I know Jay's not going to hear this. What we should do, if he happens to get the upper hand, all the people Jay ever challenged, including PJ, myself, we ought to jump Jay. Start kicking him.
No. Hey, stop it. Don't give him any excuses to back out now.
That's right. Yeah, that's true.
I heard he's going to jump me after. I'm not doing that.
But 6 people start kicking.
Even that guy who's in the wheelchair out in California.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Country Crush.
Yeah.
I spoke to him.
He wheels out there and...
I know you did, right? You have him sending you some stuff.
How'd that go?
To Jay. He said, Jay, you said you wanted to fight me? He goes, in about 30 seconds, you'll be in a coffin. And then he said, I told Jay, he goes, hey, I did down in prison. To me, prison is playtime. I like it there. He goes, I'll go there again. And Jay started apologizing. Just imagine that.
And that whole situation was caused because Jay fell for a fake profile, correct?
Right. He did the same shit with me. Remember with the whole living abortion thing? It was that account that looks like mine but doesn't have the underscore at the end. Oh, Brad's a living abortion. That's what started the whole thing.
Jeez.
Instead of reaching out to you or me, if he didn't want to reach out to me, he could have asked you and you would have told him, Jay, it's a fucking troll.
I was tranked.
That's my rule that goes back with Genova for 10 years. If you ever have a question about something, call me. Call. I'll verify it or tell you it's bullshit.
Yeah, you told me that a few times when there was some misinformation for someone that will remain nameless.
Which one?
Which one? The one that wears the same outfit you do.
Oh, about pumps?
Someone that remain nameless, Brad.
Same outfit.
Oh, well,
edit it out.
Why? I don't know what you're talking about.
Pumps wears leather?
No, but he doesn't rip us off with the shirts either, because that's another thing Jay wanted to go on and on about and discredit him and get the whole Misfits thing shut down because he didn't make the money that he thought he should make. When Pomps did give him money, he didn't like what he gave him. And at the beginning, Jay was all for it. Remember, he was sending him ideas for shirts, and they were working together. Oh, we'll sell this. His shit doesn't sell because people are scared to wear that shit out in public. Even when we were making them, remember, Andrew would get all the orders and show, look, Jay sold, do a pre-sale. Jay sold 8 shirts. Mm-hmm. Like, what the fuck are we supposed to do?
I wonder why, Jay. You just show up for one of your fights, maybe. I'm serious. If he doesn't show up, I think there should be some retribution. So we're looking forward to it. That's our holiday entertainment. That's big time Mets. And Adam, you owe it to Adam. I mean, he's worked hard for it.
Wasn't Adam free and clear of the Genova-verse?
Yeah, I don't understand why he got all this. He wanted to get out of the piss, delete the new Universal Order. I'm done with all this shit. Goodbye, or see you later. Or one of them fucking.
Well, he grew some balls. He didn't say, I didn't want to be around that man.
It lasted like
I'm
a
gonna
week.
Pound
I think
that
it was a
man.
week.
Something
I'm
like
going to pound that man into submission. So hats off, Adam.
Yeah, Jay kind of brought it all back, but you could just ignore it.
Yeah.
I mean,
how's that been working out?
I don't know. I ignored him for a while. But
ignoring Jay?
Yeah. After he just keeps poking and poking. He's like he's just like that little annoying kid that keeps pestering you till you do something.
Adam may just do some poking on him and it's going to hurt. That's what I saw.
Lenny's shadow boxing. He's mimicking Adam's pad work.
People listening to this can't see the visual right now that Lenny's doing.
Yeah, well.
3 1-minute rounds. I don't get that either. I think you're right, Brad. Just let them fucking brawl till someone drops.
No time frame. Just here. Ding, ding, go. Whoever drops first. Goodbye. That's it. Or whoever taps just says, I'm done. The fuck? We need rules. You're not the IFBB or whatever the fuck.
Jay's case before he taps.
The WBC rules.
I want my mommy. Then he'll tap.
Hey, maybe mommy could be the ring card girl.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Get her some of your... Get some of the leather you're not wearing right now and make a nice little dominatrix outfit for her.
Jeez. 2 things you can't talk about with Jay is his leg injury and his mom. That's what sets him off.
Well, Hamburg did that.
What about Adam's
did a
leg
real good
injury?
job.
I think it was worse. Almost getting cut in half.
But that wasn't his fault. There's a difference.
They're both.
Jay
pretty
feels
evenly
stupid
matched.
about his. So
They're evenly matched.
Evenly matched, Lenny? Are you fucking kidding me? How the fuck is that an even match?
Serious leg injuries for both of them. So
Adam, I think, said he's down at 215. Jay's 330. He's 6 foot. Adam's like 5'8". I don't see evenly matched.
So Jay's got a height advantage, reach advantage, strength advantage, hard head advantage.
no wind.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to chase him around.
It's not
He
a
can just
12-round
stand
fight.
there. He could just stand there and counterpunch. I mean, what would you do? You would get winded too.
No, I'd come at him. I'd come right at him.
Yeah.
Punching roundhouses everywhere.
Swinging for
right to the
fences.
face. It's not going to do anything. Hit him in the gut or the chest. It's going to be the face, and him should do the same to me. Whoever gets knocked out first. Of course, I'd wear a mouthpiece, and I'd.
Yeah, you got to wear a mouth.
How about we have Jay and Adam versus JT at the same time? My money's on JT.
I don't know about that. Meow challenge. He wanted me to shut up JT. He says he didn't like little tattooed punks that think they're tough.
Oh, Jesus.
Jeez.
Why did he tell you that?
A couple years ago. He goes, will you please get on there and you shut him up?
That's when he was still in the videos with us, probably. He got back into good shape. He just turned 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Well, he's a little out of my weight class.
He was Golden Gloves, I think, in Jersey. Semi-pro fighter.
Letty just rolled.
I call that the heroin circuit.
Heroin
You know,
circuit.
the heroin-addicted fighters from Jersey.
Who told you that?
90% of them or more.
Really? I'll fact check that one.
With who?
JT's actually starting a podcast.
Yeah, he's got quite the setup, too.
Yeah, he
Jeez,
does.
did you see that?
His business is going good.
What is his business?
Building Harleys.
Ooh.
Ooh, it's
That's really
better than being unemployed.
God, did I miss this shit?
We haven't been in the same room with each other since the last podcast.
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
I mean, I've seen Lenny from time to time.
This is my first time seeing you, Lenny, since the last
The last time
podcast,
we saw
67.
You had your hair grown out.
Yeah, that's right.
Finger in a light socket. You shaved it all off.
It was when we did the live stream before the
yeah.
That was like our quote-unquote live podcast.
That was before daylight savings bullshit.
Yeah, maybe we should do a live on Andrew's potato phone soon. That's all you got. What are you filming on a fucking potato?
Hey, on New Year's Day, I'll have had this phone for 4 years, and it works just as well now as it did on day one. I think it's great. LG G5.
What do you have now?
I'm calling it Android. I don't know.
Yeah, you just go in there and let them give you whatever.
It's funny, the Spanish girl over there in 10th Avenue.
She keeps fucking up your phone, though. Every time you go in there, you got to bring it to me because she logs
a
you in.
different girl. No, she said that. She goes, "Are you Big Lenny?" I said, "Yeah." Take off your mask. I said, "Okay." She goes, "My brothers and father are fans of yours." It's like, you're kidding.
Which store is this? T-Mobile?
Metro on 10th Avenue. 10th Avenue and Congress.
I get no service. I was going to do a quick video. Can't.
My.
Because it won't fucking upload.
Here, I got my phone.
You want to do it for the Delray Misfits Channel or yours?
Whatever, either.
Here, hold on. Use my phone to do it.
Jay's going
me
to
just log.
kill Jay seeing us together.
Why?
I'm going to say something about the fights.
What, in this video clip?
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. Let me...
What's the official date of the fight?
I know they were talking about December 26th, but
What time? That's a fucking day after Christmas. That's a Saturday.
it's probably not going to work.
Why?
Day after Christmas?
So?
I don't know.
Well, they
I'll
don't
I'll
work.
reach out to PJ tomorrow and I'll see what he says.
They want you to film it. Do you work?
I'll film it. I'll probably have to work till 4 if it's on a weekend, so they'll want to do it at night here, Brad.
It's great. We can all go out for beers after.
Oh, yeah. That's,
You guys can shake and everything. And
I would do it straight, up and down. Yeah, like that.
and just
You got to hold it in. Yep, go for a minute.
rare sighting. We're back for number 68, Lenny. One short.
We're already an hour in.
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
been doing
Andrew-
this for an hour. I've tried.
Andrew
to do
and Brad got real nice clean cut. Brad got
So
his
do you.
beard trimmed for it. I've been doing my own, but we're just talking about the tentative December 26th fight between Big J and Adam. The excitement's mounting, and it's going to be a viral video for sure, and I encourage everybody.
Didn't you challenge somebody for the undercard?
Yeah, and they all chickened out.
Oh, who?
probably Scust or Cicernino. No, I think he's not in my weight class.
No, man. I thought Fahoud or some fucking
Oh,
thing.
food? Nah, maybe. He has some bad kidneys, so I'm trying to help him out. Plus, he's a little sensitive.
So punch
to
him in the
trolls.
kidney.
Oh, he's sensitive.
Yeah.
You don't want to talk on him.
Just like Guy, I'm trying to help the younger guys overcome their sensitivity to trolls. I see Gus was wrestling PJ in that video with Jason.
Yeah. Guy Cisternino. Yeah, he posts some good workouts. I used one that I told you about it where I showed you where he pulls to do your lats. We call those rows with the bar. He puts the bar in the corner and then loads the weight. Yeah,
One arm?
Yeah, it works good. I was sore as shit the next day. But yeah, it's good.
How's the standing calf?
Excellent.
Good. That's plate loader, right?
You got a hack squat too now, right?
It's a hack squat calf raise thing.
Have you squatted on it?
Yeah, it's good.
Wow,
Very
right?
good. No pressure on my back. It feels nice. Yeah.
Hits the quads.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it does.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the bench with the leg extension, leg curl attachment comes in.
Yeah, incline. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been great, man.
Have you expanded into the main area of the garage yet, or no?
I put some dumbbells in there, and I got to put the seat in there. I move shit around. I'm gonna end up having to extend. From what I'm told, there's more shit coming. So
Wow, that's awesome.
yeah, it's gonna be great.
I'd like to see a real big heavy bag come too.
and right now, I can hang it right in the middle over there.
I mean, a heavy one. Get some punch.
What are the sizes?
I think it was a 300 pounder.
What's like standard?
Probably hang it on a power rack. I don't know.
What?
I think the standards are 90, but they make.
No, I'm not going to
300
hand on the power. You hang it from the truss in the ceiling.
Oh, that'd be even better.
Nice
but it's just
long
good. It's good to punch a heavy bag. You always
in the
have
middle
the
of
skills.
I'll put it in the main garage though.
Yeah, you can always. In case you had to give somebody a quick one too.
I heard an AC unit's on the way,
That's awesome. That's incredible.
even though I don't need it right now.
Well, guess what? When they close all the gyms, which they will, and I've said it.
I don't give a shit.
Right. I don't blame
It's
you.
fucking great. I don't.
But they're going to.
I still have the membership. I've been to the gym once.
I don't know about that. DeSantis is pretty.
No,
They're
we're
going to do some type of federal to be able to go over that.
Biden can't do that. It's all the states.
They're going to think
He
of
can
something.
strongly encourage governors to do X, Y, or Z, but they don't have to do it. That's why he can't do this federal mandate mask bullshit.
And that's why you see, I've been seeing a lot lately, even on my own route, people moving. I see license plates from all over the fucking country.
Oh, yeah.
I
We're
saw
going to get
fucking
crowded here real quick.
New Mexico, fucking.
I'm trying to get my whole family out of New York down here.
There's a duplex on my route that two people just moved into. One Jersey, one California.
Wow.
Plates. They're getting the fuck out of there, man.
Elon Musk just pulled Tesla out of California. He's going to Texas.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be Florida and Texas.
Texas,
yeah.
that's right. Yeah,
You pay a little more in property taxes, but that's it. You got no state income tax.
Yep.
Smartest thing they can do.
That's huge. I talked to Mike too in Vegas. He was saying all the Californians have been moving into to Vegas.
Oh, sure.
That's why it went blue.
Well, Florida's next when it comes to that. That's the big
I don't know.
downside to.
When you get out of Southeast Florida, it's redneck and nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we'll see. We're in a good state, luckily, for all this shit.
Think about who could have been our governor. That Andrew Gillum. He was a nose hair away from becoming our
Yeah,
governor.
He got caught sucking
Yeah.
dick in Miami, right, on meth or something.
Ron DeSantis squeaked
Lauderdale.
out that election in 2018.
That was just like this year, last
Oh,
year.
he would have shut down in a second.
Oh, everything. Everything you see going on in California and Oregon, it would all be happening
yeah,
here
they
in
shut
Florida.
down my favorite club, Club Paradise.
Here, yeah.
Here in Delray, really?
Yep, a couple weeks
Shit.
ago because of the COVID.
Yeah, it's still affected Florida, but not as bad as some of those other states.
For those who don't know who we're talking about, Andrew Gillum went up against Ron DeSantis for the governorship of Florida in 2018, and DeSantis barely won the election. And soon after DeSantis won the election, Andrew Gillum was caught.
It wasn't soon after. It was just last. Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah, but about
maybe
a
it was
year
soon
after.
Yeah, you could say that.
In a Miami hotel room, or like three was Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah.
All right. What was he passed out with crystal meth in there and with a male prostitute and a male porn
I don't know
star?
if you maniacs know this. When two guys and crystal meth in a mix, that's heavy butt plugging
Then he checked into rehab immediately after that.
He's gonna
because he
wife.
got caught.
He's gonna wife.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. How long has he been doing that?
Don't want to know.
It's not like he just fucking discovered it at whatever mid-40s he's at. Please.
Down low.
Keep
The
electing. I remember
the
Marion
DL.
Barry. You can look at the smoking crack.
Oh,
online.
sure. Yeah, that's an infamous.
Yeah, Mark was on that podcast right before that election. I remember him saying, "Do not over that fucking guy."
When's DeSantis' term up?
2022.
Well, this country's moving towards the left, so we're done unless some major changes happen.
It all hinges on the runoffs in January. All we have to do is hold the Senate, and we can keep Biden and his insanity in check. If
We
we
just
lose,
nominated a you-know-what as defense secretary today. And it's not that I mind that, but when you say it's the first you-know-what, that's the problem. I don't even want to hear that. If he just said new secretary, nominated. Didn't say anything about his color. That's fine.
That's the problem.
Well, you know what? It's almost like he has a bingo card. Okay, so let me fill this with ding this nationality and bing with this. No, now I have this nationality.
done it.
Now I have to do someone who's transgendered, and then
everybody.
when he fills up the
lesbians.
finally fills up the whole bingo card with the United Colors of Benetton, then he'll have perfect diversity.
Well, it
Not-
doesn't matter who's most qualified. It's
course
just
not.
let me cover all bases, just like
correct.
Hollywood's been doing for a couple of years now with the fucking movies. They got to put, the man's a schmuck, the woman's in power, there's a gay guy, there's a they got to cover all fucking bases.
Will Smith is a great actor. He's another Gregory Peck.
Who said that?
That's what they put him up as.
Who's they?
The scum. They put that thing.
Say they more than I do, you fuck.
They, in my opinion, means the cookie cutters that think they have authority over people, and they don't, and other people listening to them.
The elite.
I wouldn't even say that. The demented.
Holly Weird. Those fucks are all brainwashed too, all those Hollywood jerk-offs.
Yeah. And they go after Harvey Weinstein, who's at least making good films, who did nothing wrong.
He did nothing wrong, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Didn't do anything that nobody else hasn't done. It was to their benefit. He didn't go hurt anybody. Here, you want to do this? You do this, or you're gone. Big deal.
Would you have sucked his penis for a role?
For a what?
For a role, a starring role in a movie.
No. And the girl had the same choice as
Uncomfortable
me.
silence.
And they want to go after Harvey Weinstein, too. He was with teenage girls or willing participants.
What do you mean? Harvey Weinstein was the Hollywood.
Not Harvey
you're
Weinstein,
talking
but
about-
Jeffrey Epstein. You don't think
that-
rich men?
That's not. No,
Yes, it
no,
is.
No.
Who are you, the moral authority? What's wrong with it?
Because young girls can't make those decisions. They're not.
Do they have a period?
Lenny, don't even.
They don't make
please.
those decisions.
Let's not go there.
What age are we talking about here?
The age of Mexico is married to consent is 12.
Well, that's fucking Mexico, okay?
Yeah, they have long marriages and great families down there. That's the problem.
So move down
Wait, I
there
want
if
to
you're a
fact check
Colombian
that right
sick
now.
fuck.
Hold on.
Enough of that shit.
Bullshit.
Age of marriage in Mexico?
Yes. And marriage is obviously the same age as consent.
Grown men should not be having sex with underage girls.
What is underage? to
Under
you?
18.
All right,
You're a cuck.
Lenny.
Not a fucking.
You're full of shit,
here we-
Brad.
You're going to use that term, a cuck.
That's what it sounds like to me.
All right.
That's
You
such
got
a
some feminist poison in your mind somewhere.
Hold on.
Under 18. Bullshit.
Wait. Mexico ratified the Convention on the Rights of the Child in 1990, which sets a minimum age of marriage of 18, and the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women in 1981, which obligates states to ensure free and full consent to marriage. So it's 18.
Was in the 80s 12, which was smarter. You had better families back.
It's disgusting.
What, under 18 girls? Disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brad. You're
50-year-old man.
Oh, wait, hold on. With parental consent, however, boys have to be at least 16 and girls need to be at least 14. So with parental
I
consent,
don't see what parental consent has to do with it, as long as the boy can take care of her.
how the hell's a boy going to take care of
Yeah,
him?
exactly.
Parental consent, yeah. That's how all
not
marriages
fucking-
were
we're not cavemen
until the
anymore.
feminists took over in the late 50s and Brad was brought up to think that. That's the problem. You're brainwashed by them. You don't even know it.
I'm not fucking brainwashed, Lenny. That's not right.
Because you didn't know that. What do you mean it's not right?
Pedophilia is disgusting.
That's not pedophilia. A 14-year-old girl.
Yes, it is.
Bullshit.
You're not even fully developed, you fucking animal. Don't even give me that shit.
Bullshit. They can have a kid at that age. And they did. What do you think all those people, and they probably live where, and Andrews can ask every one of those married couples this day, they were married around that age.
Both
What
of them-
about the ones
both
that
of them-
everyone's
but- wait a minute,
divorced?
both of them that age, you're saying?
Of course.
Okay.
Most of those
Well, you're not
long-term
talking about-
marriages,
you're not talking about-
They were marrying at 15, 16.
If both
14.
people, if 14-year-olds are fucking 14-year-olds, fine. But an older man fucking a young girl is not fucking
That's went
acceptable.
on throughout history with great results.
I don't care. It's
A lot of things have happened throughout history.
Exactly.
It doesn't make
You're
it
a
right.
feminist, Brad.
okay. Okay. And you're a fucking pig. Demented,
That's what the
sick
feminists
motherfucker.
call people, a pig.
Demented
Oh,
piece
he's
of
a
shit.
chauvinist pig. You're warped, Brad.
I'm fucking
brain-
Okay, I'm warped.
You're warped, Brad.
Okay, buddy. Okay.
How many marriages have you been through?
One.
And how were they over 18? Well, that was the magic number. Apparently, how'd that work?
Yeah. So what?
Look at Lenny's eyes. He's so serious.
I'm not a cuck. I don't stay in relationships that aren't good.
When you're 18, that girl you live
You know
with
who the
now
cucks? You know who the cucks are? The men that stay with women when they're fucking miserable with them. That's who a fucking cuck is. You think your parents should have stayed together if they can't stand each
When
other?
you were 18, the girl you're with was 5.
What the fuck are you talking about?
13-year difference. She was 5. You're 18.
You mean, Valerie now?
Oh, there's another one I don't know
didn't
about?
She was fucking 5, you asshole.
You didn't know it, which should have been obvious.
You said about who I was married
5-year-olds
to.
aren't
said who I
developed.
was married
and
to.
you didn't know?
The woman I married, we were the same fucking age.
Not only don't you know history, you don't know anatomy. You should be able to look at a 5-year-old and think that she's underdeveloped.
I met her when she's 27.
Didn't you miss
42,
this?
I'm 40.
You missed this, Brad? Come on, you know you did.
27.
feminist
I met her when
argument.
she was 27.
And look at
a
the
fully
results in this
developed
country.
woman.
Half the marriages end in divorce.
Oh, well.
All these great rules so she can turn into a man and go to college. And you're denied her at her physical peak.
Who?
Men of this country are denied because of feminist attitudes that you're just professed right now. You ever hear the term sweet 16?
Yeah.
Why is it? Because when women are 16, they're perfect, pure, and sweet. Perfect time to have a kid and have a marriage. And a long-acting marriage.
With
Why?
another 16-year-old.
It's her
Not
first
an old
time.
man, you sick fuck.
You want her to go to college and start her first sexual experience was with a you-know-what?
Nobody should.
And then she goes to you?
No.
See how long those last.
This fucking guy.
Something's wrong with that. Something's wrong with that. Yeah.
You are sick.
I
Let's
know
shut
this.
the fuck up. You're gonna fucking piss me off. I like you. I don't want to not like you. And this subject fucking annoys the shit out of me.
The second coming of Jay. You don't want to be around that.
Yeah, I won't
man.
want to be around you much longer either. You
Well, I'll throw
fucking
you in with
demented piece of
Food
shit.
and Guy is the insensitives.
Food guy. Who's the fucking
The insensitive bearded men.
Food, whatever the fuck his stupid name is. Who is? I've never heard of this fucking moron. Who is it? I shouldn't call him. But from what you told me, he's a fucking moron.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not. Oh, are you saying that now because the camera's on?
Brad, think as to why things are like this. Look at history.
Okay.
Think it over. Once they eliminated corporal punishment in public schools, you have the most disrespectful, uncontrollable youth
I don't
in the history of the mankind.
I don't disagree
The same
with
way
that
with
at
the
all.
police. They don't want to. You saw them in action, destroying things, and once a policeman hits them, oh, they're crying like babies. They think that's the problem.
They're tough till they get
There's
hit.
a saying called
Right.
"You spare the rod, you spoil the child."
I don't disagree with you on that.
Children need discipline.
That's right.
And the best
I
thing
agree
for a
with
young girl is to marry at 14,
no.
learn how to take care of a family,
No.
and have that marriage last a long time. But no, you want to put them in school, get the college fund for the girls. So she doesn't need a man. She has a dildo, and she can go divorce you and shit all over you. Does that sound familiar? She has all the rights and the intelligence. Because you want to go with the feminist ideals, and you want to believe them, and anything else is I'm the sick one. Yeah, right. To me, that's sick. Women sleeping with 50, 60, 70 men, with Uber drivers, left and right.
Actually, it was a Lyft driver, but close. Close.
That's even worse. That's a lower class company. The people that can't make Uber go to Lyft.
You'll never
That's
forget
an
that
inside
story.
joke,
Yeah,
folks.
he gave a lift, all right.
I can't believe that, man.
Lifted as you know what into her you know what in somebody else's home.
fucking
That's
great.
what we get because she went to college. And instead of marrying her, no, she slept around as a preteen with God knows what. Is that okay?
So you think? So your resolution to this is the teenagers should marry and have kids at 16, 14 years old, and they're going to have a great,
For
fucking
those-
perfect life.
Especially those men that want to have a trade. You can make good money, probably better than college these days, and the family approves it. That's how those long-lasting marriages in history lasted. Had that strong family unity. Nobody was paying child support. Kids here, visitation here, bullshit there, cleaning out someone's bank account, lawyers getting rich. The lawyers worked in cahoots with the feminists.
Oh, the lawyers love all that shit.
So we'll talk about that further.
Go ahead.
And maniacs, feel free to leave comments on Brad's theories.
Go ahead. Leave comments on Lenny's. If you agree with pedophilia and you think that
That's not what that is, Brad.
Well, then what is pedophilia?
Pedophilia is when you having a sexual relationship with somebody that, number one, doesn't want it and is under 12 years old. Are you trying to tell me if I'm a
Under
12-year-old
12?
boy, if I'm a 12-year-old boy and I see my neighbor back in the day, which I saw washing her car in a bikini, and she tells me to come in for refreshments.
How old was she?
Whatever, 30s, and I was 12, and she puts her hand on my thing. Well, good for me. I'm getting a good education, and it's left at that.
Well, there's definitely a double standard when it comes
Right.
to that, of
Well,
course.
the feminists say there's not. They're equal. That's what the feminists say. Don't forget that. And who made up that? Is anybody going to tell me who made up that law? They changed it in Mexico. Mexico turned into a hellhole now. All those girls that got married in their 12, 14.
You just said it was great.
They're, yeah, the
Until
70s and
Andrew
80s.
found out that it was
they're still
actually
married now. Now you see what's coming out of Mexico. It's a sewer pipe.
You know all those people?
For the majority, yes. The strong values.
really? Okay.
That's how you get those bonds. Okay. Because your first time is the best time. When you do it with someone you're married with, you're going to stick together.
Was your first time the best time?
No, it wasn't, because I didn't do it the right way. Because all the girls were going to college and worried about being like a man. That's why.
Well, you like girls that want to be men. Or men that want to be women, I should say. Is that why you just resorted to sucking dick instead of chasing pussy?
Brad, you need another not only an anatomy lesson, history lesson, you need a gender lesson. Unless, of course, you're gender neutral now, which may not surprise me since you go on the bandwagon of any other silly thing before you think it through.
I love how I can get him riled up.
know,
It's fucking great. You're welcome, maniacs. That's all right. Hey, listen. You have your opinions. Fucking move on now.
Move on to what?
I don't know.
Hoover Dam?
I want to throw you off the fucking Hoover Dam. There's no gate. There's no gate.
I wouldn't
There's
go
no
over
fence.
there. There's no fence.
There isn't.
You know every square inch of that shithole,
Ask
don't
Andrew.
you?
You
What?
can jump right off. There's no guardrail, nothing.
Lenny, did you see the Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. fight?
I saw it actually the next day.
What'd you think?
It was phony. I didn't see any. Tyson destroyed him. He didn't give him any headshots. He was giving body blows. He could have put him out earlier. It was a joke. Tyson just wants to make money. Roy Jones isn't too interested. Roy Jones' physique is disgusting. It's from all that weed he smokes. He's got bitch tits. He's a flabby fuck.
No, Tyson smokes a lot of weed. He has a weed
Yeah,
company.
but he's taking a lot of fucking Tren or something, too.
How old is Roy? He's 53?
51.
51?
I think Tyson's 53 or 54.
Okay.
I watched it. It was
Neither guy had a mark on his face after the fight. Not one. Not
Yes,
even a
that's why
scrape
it's
or a scuff.
They were swinging at each other, but it was more like
Body shots.
swinging at the chest.
'Cause they wanna knock them out.
To make it look like they're swinging at the head, but they're more...
They want a rematch, and if I was the fans, I'd say I wouldn't fucking pick
No, I
these.
think they said they're going to set up Tyson Holyfield next.
Oh, God.
Well, now, and then you saw the undercard with that Jake Paul douchebag and
Oh, he
Nate Robinson.
knocked him the fuck.
Yeah, but now all these YouTubers want to do boxing matches.
Right. Oh, yeah. And
Now that's the new thing.
I just want to see Jay Masters and Adam
they saw
McCall.
him make all that fucking money and get all this publicity. Now everybody wants to. Oh, let's box. You're gonna see that.
Let's see if PJ can come forward with a cash prize. Maybe that might get Jay interested. Or he probably not, because he's always getting money from his mommy.
Why should PJ have to come up with any money? He's if he's nice enough to let them fight in his place,
He gives all of his money to Jason.
You gotta have more than just one. If you're gonna make it like an event, there should be more than one fight.
Well, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Anyone want to challenge me? I don't give a shit.
Who's your number one? With this conversation, you would think it'd be me and you.
Yeah, no shit.
I'd box you, though, if you want to. We could be like Jones and Tyson and just fucking swing at each other's midsection and hug. Couple shots to the shoulders, to the belly, and 2-minute rounds. 8 2-minute rounds. What do you think?
No, I wouldn't mess. I'd go out to kill somebody. That's the attitude you have to take.
So you would actually want to get in a ring with somebody you really don't like, genuinely don't like.
Like Joe Rogan or something like that. This little punk thinks he's a tough guy. I'd have him crying like a parrot. Squealing like a canary.
As much as you talk shit about him and call him out, yeah, I guarantee he's never going to acknowledge you. I know that's
Because
what
he's scared, because he's afraid, because I'm standing up to his garbage. Of course he's not.
Although you'd be a good guest on this podcast. What did Chris Bell say about him? And why is he such a douchebag? What happened with that? I heard because the first video you guys put up on your channel, I guess he called and threatened a lawsuit if he was in the video because he didn't want to be seen with
This is
me.
the Ibogaine video in Denver.
You shared a room with the fucking guy.
Yeah.
And he wasn't in the videos at all. He didn't want to be. He said after, I guess he didn't have a good experience. So he was like, anything you have with me you can't post it. It's threatened lawsuit and shit. You said he was a nice enough guy though, right?
Yeah, he was.
But what was his problem?
I think he
Can
had
you
a
not
problem.
talk about it? Or are you scared?
I don't know.
Talk about it. Who gives a shit?
I was gone. I mean,
So you don't know what the whole fucking hoopla
I was out of commission for 3 days. The night after the treatment, I couldn't even get up and talk. Just laying in bed all day. Didn't eat. Well, I was force fit. Like fresh blueberries and watermelon.
Baby Bird? Did Aladdin Baby Bird? You wanted to get Baby Bird the night before.
Yeah.
The Halloween party, he was going around asking all women if they'd Baby Bird him. They're looking at him like, what is that?
I'd
What?
explain it to them.
I think all these years, we've only gotten one person to do it to you. It was that chick at the front desk at World Gym.
Yeah.
Oh, that other blonde, right?
Yeah.
Or no, was
I don't remember
was it
her
the
name.
Younger girl?
Younger girl.
It wasn't the other girl that worked with Jennifer a lot.
No, it wasn't her.
Okay. You've only gotten Baby Bird once? I could
I've
have
done
sworn.
it in my private life quite a bit.
Like the horsey ride.
What?
He said it in the video. Didn't you say that in the video about the horsey ride with
Oh, yeah. She
Juicy?
got on my back like a horse squirting on me. Someone
He walked
slid
around
off.
the house on his hands and knees where
Soft
they're
and
riding
wet.
on his back like a horsey ride.
Luckily, she had carpet. I couldn't do it.
Oh, you get fucking rug burn all over your knees.
I was going slow, but she was just gushing all over my back, down my back. I could feel that. Thought it was sweat.
Sure she wasn't peeing on you?
I asked her to. She said no. I like the fact me and her are going out in a bedroom and there's like 20 people in there watching, mostly black girls.
Well, they weren't getting busy with each other?
They stopped to watch for a few minutes.
Didn't they leave town? They're not here anymore, right?
She's down there. I lost her number since I got a new phone. She had to kick him out. He was getting violent with her.
Oh, shit.
I don't know whatever for. They had to open her to gets.
Whatever for. She's fucking other men.
He didn't have a problem. He told her to. Matter of fact,
he was half queer. He was sucking your dick. So, yeah. I mean, how the fuck is that relationship going to be any good?
I'll say this, though. She knows how to do you with a strap on quite well. You have to put that on your bucket list.
I can't even take a finger in my ass for my prostate exam. I see fucking stars.
Depends how.
It's like,
Yeah, because he's not putting his finger up there.
If you got a nurse doing it with skinny little fingers, it's tolerable.
no, you know.
If you get some doctor with these big ass, thick club fingers.
It's once a year. I got to get that shit done. So
Why?
uncomfortable.
You have to get it done. Why?
Well, prostate cancer runs in my family. My grandfather had it. My dad had it. So I'm prone to it. So plus being on the TRT, I guess that ups your chances.
No, it doesn't.
No?
Most men that have prostate cancer is because of estrogen or dihydrotestosterone, which the form of testosterone converts to as men get older. That wreaks havoc with the prostate gland. If you were to stay on TRT, you wouldn't have those problems. You don't see young guys getting it.
Well,
remember, when you're on TRT, you're healthy.
Yeah.
You go off that stuff, you decide to go off at 50, you're in a world of hurt.
I can't tell you how great I fucking feel ever since being on it, man.
Yeah, and the way you look.
This year has been the absolute best for me by far. I haven't done anything else except that 5-week Adeka to help my joint pain. That was it.
Question for Andrew. Did you get circumcised at birth or at a later time? Is it true the rabbi collects all the foreskins he clipped like a body count of sorts? I was circumcised by a doctor, not a rabbi.
So was I.
The rabbis still kiss the baby penises.
Certain Orthodox
bucks.
sect.
How is that fucking?
And you know what? They had a thing of guys were getting syphilis, babies.
Babies were getting herpes.
Yeah.
How the fuck?
Ask Andrew what made him chop off those long Jew curls on top of that head of his. That was my quarantine hair.
But your hair's not curly grown out.
No, it's straight. It just grew straight. Like my head looks like a microphone when I don't cut it.
Manchichi. That's how mine is too, thick and straight.
All right, here.
That's why I got to put the VO5 in it.
Are you serious?
The VO5.
You put that shit in your hair.
VO5 is a fucking shampoo.
You're like Rudy Giuliani, dripping colors all over there.
No, I don't. I don't dye my hair or beard.
If you have a chance, please tell Big Leonard I am 20 and I'm about to do my first SARM cycle of Osterine. Will I need to take PCT after, or will I be okay without it?
At 20 years old, you could take testosterone and you will recover very, very quickly. Don't fall for the PCT, sir. That's for older users and more experienced users. And SARMs, no. Just somebody wants to sell you PCT or more likely over the counter, which are good, but not necessary.
Any more questions? 76 going on there now. 76 comments. Question for Big Lenny. Whose idea was it to go to Colorado to take drugs in a room full of men? Freudian slip.
Yeah, my idea. Because if I would have said no, they wouldn't have went.
Whatever. You know what? It's an experience.
Exactly. I
don't have anything against it, to be honest with you. I would try it for sure. But I'm not looking for it to cure anything. I'm more about going on the trip. I'm sure you had great hallucinations, you know. I tell you what, those shrooms that I got sent to me were that shit. Whenever you do a lot of something, or go on one of those trips, you do look at. I don't think it's necessarily just ibogaine, but if you LSD, mushrooms, you take enough of it, your way of thinking is going to change a little bit.
I like to say it's all performance enhancement of the mind.
Yeah,
meth is a great performance enhancer
for sex,
for a lot of things. Staying up 3 days, going to war. Yeah, Pervitin. That was the secret of the Germans.
What's
they
it
didn't have to sit for 3 days.
What's it called?
It was called Pervitin. It was a prescription methamphetamine given to all German soldiers when they got onto the Autobahn, went right through Poland to the Soviet Union with all their tanks, all their troop carriers, all their armored vehicles. That's why the Autobahn was developed, so they can go 100 miles an hour to get to the Russians, and they didn't need to sleep. And they almost conquered. You know how big Russia is?
Yeah, but the problem with...
They devastated. They went through Poland and just destroyed it.
But
because everyone's hopped up on meth.
I know, but after not sleeping for a few days, even if you're not on anything, you're going to fucking hallucinate.
Well, yeah, that was a problem.
Right. It's not,
They did a good job. And they were fearless. And it worked, and this country uses the same thing. They use modafinil for pilots. Just I wanted to talk about one of the great Americans that died, Chuck Yeager.
I saw that.
He got shot down over Germany and had to fight his way to get out. Can you imagine flying a plane back then? Not only flying, but getting shot at and having to shoot at other targets. Are you fucking kidding me? That's terrifying. But that's the kind of guy that did it. And then went to the speed of sound.
Yeah, he was the first guy that had broke the sound barrier.
Yeah, that's an American hero. Now, Obama calls some basketball player that came out as an American hero, so that's the comparison.
Who?
That one football player from Kansas State that came out. Oh, you're a great American. You showed a lot of courage.
Speaking of which, did you see that? I forget what college it was. The woman who came out and everyone praised her for being a kicker. And she kicked the ball like 30 yards.
Wait, that's just
right?
See, there's your point of feminism right there, just to appease them. Let's
worst of the
put a
worst.
girl out on the fucking men's football field to go kick a ball.
And it gets worse. She went and chewed the team out at halftime.
What?
Yes, because they didn't win a game all year. First of all, kickers are not. You keep your mouth shut. You be seen and not heard.
Which player said?
And if you miss that fucking field goal, I'm sorry about my F words.
That's not.
You miss that field goal on that plane ride home, you're going to be not a nice place to be. But she had the nerve to chew him out. Never got tackled. Never played like nose tackle, running back.
Well, why the fuck would she? She's a female playing a man's in a.
Well, why is she on the team? Number one,
right?
And why, if she's allowed, can a man go on the women's team? And why, she's going to make millions of dollars in endorsements. ESPN's going to calling her the most courageous athlete of the year when you have Redskins quarterback. Well, I'm sorry, the Washington football team.
Oh, yeah,
Can't say Redskins.
watch your
Probably
mouth.
get demonetized.
Yeah, exactly.
Alex Smith, who came back from horrific injury,
Yep.
and they just beat the Steelers the other day. But she's going to get it. She's getting millions of dollars. And those Vanderbilt players, rightfully so, say, we're going to quit.
They said that?
Yes.
Good.
That was a slap in the face.
Was she a part of the team, or was she a soccer?
She was a soccer player.
Well, why did they utilize her in the first place? What
Be the
happened?
first woman, which the media said.
It's like
That's why they did it. Just
so
Of course. Yes.
stupid.
the publicity stunt.
Yes.
To kick the ball 30 yards
What was it?
Horrible kick.
Was it a
Yeah, it
field
was a
goal?
30
Was it a?
It was a kickoff.
off a tee. Off a tee.
Horrible. I mean, as a soccer player,
Oh, my God.
I've seen women go into NFL camps in the training camp, women soccer players that kick 40, 50-yard field goals. But she went in and
It's different, right? It's different if the
She
girl
basically did
practices with the team.
She
and
did an unintended
okay,
squib
but
kick on a
that's just
kickoff. And then I think the next game they had her do, she's chewing guys out, saying, oh, there better be some effort put forth, giving a halftime speech. Doesn't get tackled or nothing. Now, could you imagine in the locker room, one of the players came in and grabbed her ass or pat on the ass?
Or just walked
Yeah,
around
just
with
slap on the ass.
or just walked around with his dick hanging out, slapped her with his dick on the.
That's what I did in high school. We had a field house.
Sure you did.
We changed in, and the women's majorettes and cheerleaders were right outside that door. And we were supposed to, it was like a garage door. We had locker room. We shut the garage door when we took showers in there. Not me. I fucking lifted that thing up and walked around with an erection right in front of those girls.
Big old fat fuck.
And then you see the eyes looking down. And I always said, never lose an opportunity to flash a girl. If you're
That's some great advice.
I'll try that at work this
Or
week.
walking around with my jock strap, my ass hanging out, open in the back.
They'll do it in the employee break room.
Yeah. And girls, ooh.
Never blow an opportunity to flash a girl, man.
Especially when everyone's
You heard it here.
Because it was on a rope. I'd rip that door up real quick. I'd be like, fuck. I didn't have, believe me, I didn't have a gut back then. I had nothing to be ashamed of. Rather the contrary, if you get my drift. She's going to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
Courageous athlete of the
Is
year.
she a senior or something? Or
She's a piece of shit is what she is.
Yeah, she'll be up for an ESPY.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex Smith broken in half.
There's no.
that's nothing.
You can't blame her. It's the people that put her there to do that.
She could have said, no, I'm a soccer player.
That's true, but if the school's like pushing it and wanting somebody to do it,
Yes, I see your point.
Why can't a man join the women's team? It's madness. And what did the media bring up? The first woman, just like Biden's defense secretary, the first African American. That's what I heard. Not defense secretary. Make everybody feel good. I didn't like it at bodybuilding contests when they used to put people in wheelchairs.
the pacification.
They were basically up in when we competed. I didn't like it.
What do you mean?
They had a wheelchair division during bodybuilding. Some of these guys were horrible.
Yeah, but did the people in wheelchairs compete against other people in wheelchairs? Or
Right,
compete?
but some of these guys were in horrible shape. Like, couldn't even move. That's fine. Have your own event. But don't put it out. Everyone say, oh, that's so great, this and that. I don't buy it. I don't buy these guys, too, that just because they were in the army or whatever, been through a tour, dude, you could have been sitting on your ass cooking somewhere. So what?
Yeah.
They want respect.
that you have a good point with that girl. She could have been like, I don't belong out there. I can't. What
With the nerve to make a
go embarrass me.
Maybe they paid her under the table.
It could be.
She's going to get paid all right.
But you know how young kids.
She'll get all this publicity for our school.
Think about it. You're going to be a fucking star.
Yeah, you'll make the school look
I can see
great.
if she's a right, but a kicker. People hate kickers. They don't get hit. They kick all day. Guys are tackling, getting knocked on their ass, risking injuries, getting injured, sweating. The practices are brutal. And they're out there kicking. Heaven forbid you miss that kick. You don't show your face.
What was it? Was it Tom Brady or Peyton Manning that said something? And
Peyton Manning.
After a game said something about the idiot kicker.
Our idiot liquored up kicker. Yeah. I remember that. That was great.
He didn't respect.
I'm sure that's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just like Howard Cosell. Look at that little monkey run when he caught the ball. He got fired. In the meantime, they say when he's at home with his grandchildren, he goes, they run around like little monkeys. He would say that for years.
Who said that?
Howard Cosell. Al Campanis. Look him up, maniacs. I saw him yesterday, 1985. He said something that talking about why aren't there African Americans in management. He says, well, they don't have the proper skill sets. He was saying it so naturally. And looking back, it was hilarious.
I remember that.
And he lost his job.
Jimmy the Greek, too.
Yes.
Another one.
Because they're bred to have the big slaves made.
Mm-hmm.
That's
he
what
was
Jimmy
right.
the Greek said.
He was right. Starting that shit back then.
Well, look,
He said that blacks are superior athletes because they were bred to be when they were slaves. They took the biggest, most muscular slaves and bred them with the biggest, most muscular slaves, creating
Where do I sign?
generations of...
Shit, I like to breed all day.
You got to find, plenty of big women around, big muscular
Big
women.
girls, 14. Yeah, prime age, healthy, fertile. Yeah.
Did you see? Since Sean Connery had recently died, they showed that interview with Barbara Walters where he's talking about smacking women around.
No.
Because women need to be slapped every now and
He's
then.
like every now and then. Yeah, she's like, you really
Look it
believe
up.
it? This was like in the fucking 80s or some shit, and he stood by it. He didn't waver whatsoever. He's like,
She was just,
when they keep
shit, I'll have to
running
look
their
that
mouth, you have to give them a smack.
She down there sucking Fidel Castro's dick when she was interviewing him. Yeah.
She sucked his penis.
Yeah. Hanging out together. There's videotape of that.
I deleted this.
Remember, the only good white men are the commies and the...
This podcast on YouTube will definitely be shadow banned. That's a fucking given. Touchy subjects. Nobody can handle touchy subjects. Everybody can have an opinion, but if the opinion doesn't align with the fucking agenda going on right now, you're fucked. You're fucked.
Does people honestly believe that if you said...
Not only that, but if you had an opinion on camera 20 years ago that surfaces today, you're fucked.
Right. Cancel culture.
We talked about this a while ago. Some people who dug up old footage of people doing blackface skits.
Ooh.
And now are forced to apologize about it 25 years later.
Star off the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
Milton Berle, because they're talking about that because he did blackface.
It's a different time. Like, give me a fucking break.
I don't care what time it is.
I know. Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's why I'm going after Fuad and Guy to straighten them out a little bit. They're younger than me. They seem sensitive to the trolls. Like I said, troll's a troll. No matter what they did, what that guy did to get me supposedly lose my job, it wasn't them. They could do all they want. They could say what you want, but you got a woman in there. She wants me gone without talking to me, taking the word of a lying troll.
They never did interview you, did they?
Never. She wants me gone. And the worst part, when that person said he didn't want me taking care of their family member who's in the hospital, which first of all, I never go into him anyway in the kitchen. He gave a false name. She still didn't want to talk. There's something.
But they were slick about that. They didn't actually fire you. They gave you a transfer to fucking Kaiser. So that's not, and you didn't take the job.
No. He didn't hire me. I was above the pay scale. He wanted no parts.
But you didn't go up for the follow interview. You didn't.
Yes, I did.
They offered you the other job up there.
No, he didn't. He said he'll get back to me. I called. He never returned my call. They said, you're done. He didn't want me on there as soon as I found out what I made. He was going to have me on there. Once I said what I made, he said, tell by the look on his face. But that's not them. That's her. That's the woman.
I know.
That's the time we live in.
Well,
I want him gone. It's probably some feminist that likes to strut around like a Kamala Harris type. She's real tough in that, but she doesn't want to do her job when it could get possibly dangerous.
It's Kamala.
Yeah.
Not Kamala.
How many people have she sent to jail for marijuana possession? Tons. And she joked around saying she used to smoke all the time.
Yeah, well, now they're trying to pass
She thinks that's funny.
They're trying to pass the House. Now they got to pass it through the Senate to make it
She thinks that's
legal.
funny, locking people up for things she didn't do, ruining their life, giving them a record.
Because it's free labor in prison. She kept them in there to have them fight fires. basically slave fucking labor to keep the prisons full. They make a lot of shit. Those guys make a lot of shit. They don't make them, but they a penny an hour or something.
You don't have to work
thing.
if you don't want to.
Right, but there's a
Besides,
the corruption.
Ray
the
Country
shit
Crush Cody
goes
said
so fucking
prison is
deep.
playtime, so
You'd probably feel the same way. You wouldn't give a shit.
yeah, give me some of those nice
3 hots in a cot, except you wouldn't have your juice.
3 hots and a black cock in a girl's face.
You see?
A magic marker. Horny as hell in my cell.
Speaking of, did you hear our good friend Callie Muscle had a few things to say about you? Did you see one of his recent
Why
videos?
did why did he come up again?
I don't know.
What is he?
Because he
chirping
wants to
about?
try to gain relevance again. The guy had
I thought he was doing well with his Twitch or video game playing fucking thing.
He's doing as well as Jason is. How's that?
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I don't pay attention to people I don't like.
He knew we were coming to the Olympia. He ran out of his first one he never met. Then on the other ones, he's saying he carries a knife in there. That's a Freudian slip. Why would you say that?
What did he say this time? I didn't watch the whole video.
He just said,
I
the
did
same
see
thing about
clips, though.
Jason's got a bunch of racists as fans.
Fuck
Retard.
you. That's such a cop.
He's using the band words.
The
Retard.
racist.
Which to me, that's worse than any racial name because if you were born like that.
He made a video basically saying, let's take a look and go down memory lane and look at everyone who's talked shit about me. Where are they now? And he started with this one and Blaha. And then he did Jason. He's like, oh, well, he's off YouTube. Ha ha. And then he did one about you saying,
Despicable.
yeah.
Look at any heart problems, lost his job.
lost his health, lost this, that. So he's basically saying, where are all these bozos who talk shit about me while I'm still here getting, 20,000 views a video? Big deal.
$1,000, $500, $100 these guys get from YouTube is gas money for me.
Congratulations to him.
I don't know what provoked that.
Congratulations. You speak
All that money, you still can't speak properly.
Exactly.
Grow the fuck up, idiot.
Yeah.
Anybody that with this ghetto lingo shit after you're like 20
And I've
years
been in
old,
prison.
you're a fucking fool.
Just like Wes Watson and all
properly,
those
you
prison
fucking
cookie
asshole.
cutters talking about prison and Big Herc.
sick
I don't
of-
want to see that shit. We were talking about you got to wear towels over your leg when you take a dump in your cell. Hey, Big Herc, if I was in your cell with you, I'd take a dump in your face. You big homosexual, you. And that's a compliment.
Takes one to know one. I can't stand that ghetto shit, man. Go the
And then, of course,
once it starts with that shit.
Bravo just jumped all over it.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, that's right. I did see his
Yeah.
piece about it.
Said he'd slap the shit out of him.
Who?
Bravo said he would slap the shit out of Callie Muscle.
I'd like to see it.
Hey, that'd be a
That's
good,
what he
that'd
needs,
be
yeah.
a good
That's-
undercard. For
Yeah,
the,
let's bring him
Lenny-
to Blackstone. That's right.
Do it, Johnny. You can imagine the viral videos you'd get.
Bravo's like 6'2". Callie
He's
Muscle,
my
I think,
height,
is like
yeah.
5'7".
It's funny because when we
You
met
don't know-
Bravo,
yeah, you don't know when you see him on
Right.
camera. He's a big fucking guy.
when we first met him and he came to Delray, he got out of the car. I thought he was going to be like 5'8". He's fucking. I saw fucking my height. I was like, holy shit! Because at the time the only videos he did were the ones where he was sitting at the desk talking into the mic.
Yeah.
Then he gets out of the car and he and I are eye to eye. I was like, it's like holy shit.
The top of Callie Muscle's head would be at his chin. That'll never happen, though. Like,
No.
It just
Yeah, it's just public posturing.
YouTube beefs, back and forth shit. That's why I didn't want to get into that shit with Jay. That's why I stayed quiet for so long until I said something. I finally boiled over and was like, all right, enough already, It
also doesn't help when everyone's like, talk about Jay, talk about Jay,
know,
talk
it's
about
just-
Jay. When you read the comments while you're doing it. Even if there's something you don't want to talk about, you're eventually going to get
Well,
in.
I wanted to talk about it, but I knew ignoring him bothers him more. So that's why I did that. It's just like an ex-girlfriend. You know.
Well, and conversely, that's why he always gets baited into talking about you because they'll all say shit. Hey, did you hear what Brad said?
Oh, and they'll say it about this podcast too. But
Right.
Jay will listen to it and say he didn't listen to anything.
he gets baited. They'll make up bullshit statements about stuff you never
Right.
said to bait him, and he takes the bait.
I don't own everything I say. I'm not, Here's what it is. He started with everybody. You just go down the line. Who's next after McLeod? Now it's Hamburg. I saw he was on Hamburger.
Yeah, I did.
I'm just like, what the fuck is the point? What are you doing? You got no material. That's what you're gonna fucking do.
Leo spoke on his podcast.
I saw that.
I want him on. He's drinking.
Oh, Jay hates Leo for whatever reason. I guess the trolls got to Jay too and says Leo's something. What is their problem with Leo? He's a hell of a nice guy. I think he didn't rub me the wrong way.
He didn't rub me the wrong way. No, not at all. Not one bit. In all of our interactions,
He's rubbing other people.
He was very upfront.
He's
with
going
us.
after people now. It's great.
Is he? Like who?
like who?
Fuad Abiyad.
What's that guy's channel? Should we promote?
He has a podcast called Bodybuilding and Bullocks. It's mostly about training.
And Bullocks?
Yeah, means bullshit in British.
Why is Leo going after him?
Because he said something irresponsible things about. He's got kidney problems, and he's talking about taking supplements.
Is he
to
in
cure kidney problems? Like,
Is he in Britain? That's an Arab.
He's in Canada.
Canada.
Supplements to cure kidney problems? If anything,
Yes.
it'd make fucking worse.
So it should be called bodybuilding bullocks. Just take the and word out of it. Bodybuilding bullshit. How's that?
Let me look.
I won't waste my time watching that shit.
Good
But you're
bodybuilding.
into that. That's what you're into. All the bodybuilding shit. I can fucking
It's
care
interesting,
less.
you know, the theories of muscle growth, why they grow, how to feed them, what drugs make them work better. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Everybody's body's different.
Any
though.
type of, yeah, it's true, but any
You
type
know,
of human
you have different reactions to
Yeah.
shit. I mean, food even,
Yeah,
drinking, alcohol affects people different.
sure.
I know that's why you like to experiment with shit. Because
I'm more interested in the human body, the way the mind works.
Right, 'cause you-
versus something mechanical to the, you know.
what could affect me a certain way might affect you a totally different fucking way. So,
To a point, but
Some-
surgery,
yeah.
modern surgery couldn't exist if we were that different.
yeah.
So
It's true.
What else could we talk about?
we could talk about Dale Chance, but he's turned into a really sorry sack of shit lately.
He's been posting a lot of deer hunting videos
It's hunting
lately.
season, man. I want some of that venison, Dale.
Let me go to the store and get some bone-in ribeyes. Leave the hunting for anybody else. Get out of that cold. Get in a nice bed. Eat, sleep, and grow. I wouldn't waste my time out there getting dirty like that. I don't see the point. And you know, you're out in an open field. People are shooting at you too. There's bullets flying.
Well, hey, listen, man. If you get a few 100-pound deer, that could last them a whole fucking year.
But is it that tasty? No.
It's pretty good. I told you I went to the Okeechobee Steakhouse. Got a ribeye. It was good. But dude, fucking $60 for a
No, you can make your own
What?
in a pan.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking.
Look online. I make mine with olive oil, butter, garlic.
many
It was my
ounces?
brother-in-law's birthday, so whatever. But it was like, dude, fucking. I mean, I don't. What was it? Like a 14 ounce or some fucking thing? $60.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good. It was fucking very
You can
good.
make your
but-
own at home.
Exactly. She could cook. I could cook one of those just as fucking
Yeah,
same.
it's-
It's everything's a la carte. So you get the steak. Well, actually, you get a side and a salad.
Besides, with all the mass and the BS, I haven't hardly eaten on which
I know. It's annoying.
I can't afford it, but I don't really care.
It's really not that
I'm
bad.
going to go
at
home and make
restaurants, though.
tuna fish, the top of the line wild caught, with some nice Duke's mayonnaise. Got some yellow rice left over, a nice salad with.
It's nice to
butter
go out
cheese.
once in a while if you don't feel like cooking and cleaning and shit. But the shit that she makes is way better than that of the
wouldn't go
restaurants.
at
we
all if
fucking
I was
go to.
there.
I know, it's great.
You have to leave a tip, you know, to wait. Actually, it takes so long when you drive in there, then waiting. It's like an hour before you eat. People say, you just cook, you just get up, and right there, you got
Yeah,
something.
you got to wear a mask to the table. You
Yeah.
got to wear a mask to the bathroom. But when you're sitting at the table, you don't have to have a mask on. Which I don't.
Which still, I don't get that.
It's just
When are we ever going to be able to go into a Publix or Walmart without a mask? That's what I want to know. Is that ever going to happen?
well, if you say you have some breathing condition, if you have asthma or something, I guess you can get a note saying that.
Okay, good. I'm going to get a note that says I have COVID-19. I can't breathe.
We've probably all had it.
Not me. I just got tested for antibodies 2 weeks ago
I got
when I
tested
donated
2 or
blood.
3 times.
Oh yeah, you got tested when you were in a hospital.
negative,
last year.
yeah.
My dental hygienist had it 6 weeks ago. I saw her a week ago. She had it real bad. And she still gets splitting headaches, sharp shooting pains in her head. Like she'd be talking to me and she would just all of a sudden lose focus in her concentration. She'd be like, holy shit. See, this is what happens. I can't remember what I was talking about. Really fucked her up.
Man,
They-
you got to get the sun. You got to take the zinc. You got to eat the meat. You got to eat the protein. Got to get your sleep. You got to sweat. Maybe do some cardio. Lift some
Yeah, I
weights.
think that helped me a lot through the summer sweating in that garage.
Zinc is one of the key.
Get working.
Vitamin C, vitamin D3. Sunlight. I'm always in the light. I'll stand outside, get 5 minutes, and I'll turn around another 5 minutes.
I did that today, thinking of you. I was like, I'm
Yes.
going to do what Lenny
People
said.
might think you're goofy. Just
And
sit
you
with
actually have color.
People
That's
say
how,
you-
that's how fair you're
People say,
Yeah,
you
that's
all
from
right?
today.
I said, I'm getting vitamin D. I stand every time there's sun.
Yeah.
If I pull up to the gym and there's sun, I'm going to stand right in a direct line of it.
Yeah.
You know, take off my shirt 5-10 minutes aside. They don't say that, though. Just put a mask on.
Well, it's funny
inside.
when you see one of these mask Nazis who's like 300 pounds obese, you know, you think you
The
should have
worst
more
risk
important
factors,
things you should be worrying
obesity,
about.
They stay out of the sun. Testosterone replacement's another thing. Keeps your immune system top notch.
Yeah. Yeah, I just take a multivitamin, testosterone.
You should take zinc.
I've been getting a lot of better sleep lately.
Zinc, you should take a zinc copper formula. They have them mixed.
Yeah.
Vitamin D3
Well, I get a
and
lot
get
of
in the sun.
vitamin D
That's true.
outside.
It's most absorbable, yeah. But vitamin C. And the way you're eating your protein.
Plus, working out in the garage like
Yeah.
that through the whole summer, I mean, I was fucking soaking wet at the end of every workout.
That conditions your body. Plus,
Yeah.
the most important thing, getting good sound sleep at night.
Well,
Good
the body
REM
heat,
sleep.
the internal body heat also kill off fucking viruses and shit.
So will the cold.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand how, of course, everybody goes inside up north when it's cold. They say inside. Yeah, it's a breeding ground for it. Everything they said was wrong. Stay inside.
Or, yeah, these assholes wearing masks while they're driving by themselves, pulling up to McDonald's.
That always
Versus
makes
with the
me
mask.
laugh.
I've seen masks and the that's
Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking welder's mask on.
Your whole car is a mask.
And you know who, to me, I mean, the big one's afraid of it? Are the lower classes of people up here.
The imbeciles.
All masked up. Yeah, the you know what?
You know who I saw? It was, I don't remember which Instagram it was on. It might have been World Star, one of these fucking things. Your favorite basketball player that just got 2 years, $85 million, driving down the highway in a fucking race car, whatever he had on, has a mask on, and it's convertible, and there's nobody else in the fucking car, and he's doing this.
And he wants people to
he's doing this
see.
shit. I got my mask on.
Yeah, he wants people to see that and look up to him.
Did you see the
Dip
clip?
shit.
The Clippers gave Paul George a 4-year, $190 million extension. Paul George.
That's almost $50 million a year.
Yes, they gave him a max deal.
That's maniacs. Think of this.
NBA
Paul
money.
George.
NBA money.
Think of this, maniacs. Every Friday for 4 years, direct deposit almost $1 million a week. Every Friday. How'd you like that? $1 million a week.
Learn how to play basketball. You're telling these kids to not play basketball? Shit.
I'm saying
you got the
that
fucking
it's
talent.
an overrated cookie cutter joke, is what
Yeah,
it
but
is.
you can't blame the guys for getting that money.
I can.
How can you blame these guys for getting
Because
that
they're going to
money?
waste it. They're going to burn it. They're going to lose it.
The
So what?
owners are paying it.
If
and
someone
they're
put
making
that contract in front of you, you wouldn't sign it?
Of course I would, but
it. Right. That's the point.
that's
Yeah.
the problem. It shouldn't be. They should be putting contracts before
well,
us.
now think about-
We provide more to the nation than some stupid.
and what do we get? Dick.
Well, if the players are making that much, think about how much the owners are making. Think of it that
and
way.
I don't see how.
That's exactly right. That's why I don't begrudge
I don't
anybody.
see
for
No,
getting
how.
on.
absolutely not.
Boycott the games. Stick it to them where it hurts. I quit liking NBA in the
Never
80s.
happened.
I used to like the 76ers.
It'll never happen, man.
College was much more exciting to me.
Yeah, well, because they're trying to get to those big contracts. Once they get a big contract, they get fucking lazy.
But guess what? Since they're woke,
Once they got guaranteed money,
guess what?
Yep.
Things are not on the up and up. They're on the downturn. Trust me. Let's see how those contracts, they're going to be voided real quick. Want to keep playing games? Of course, China's a big NBA
Oh, yeah.
sponsor. North Korea, too. They like it, too.
Who do you think makes all those shoes?
Oh.
That's right. LeBron wants to talk about oppression here while he wears Nikes made in sweatshops in China.
Right, that have
Love it.
that have fucking nets outside the building for people when they want to jump
Yeah.
off the building and catch them.
Seriously?
China, yeah,
I never heard of that before. It's
they have
true.
nets around.
No shit.
Big fucking.
They're going to have it around the post office pretty soon.
Well, post office is one story. So hey, we worked straight through the pandemic. Everybody I worked, nobody died of COVID. Some people got it, but there's a guy that works right next to me that's overweight, had open heart surgery. He's had multiple heart surgeries, had open heart surgery, got COVID. He was out a couple weeks. He's fine. So just like we were talking about drugs affecting you, this virus is going to affect everybody a little different. If you get it, I mean, you can't deny that it's there, but it's also it was not worth shutting the fucking world economy down for. Not. But they panicked. They fucking panicked, and it was an election year.
What's a
It's set
communist
up
rule
perfect.
from way back when? Never let a good crisis go to waste.
Correct. Even fucking Hillary Clinton said that. She came out and fucking said that.
Yeah, with their little red suits.
Pantsuits.
Good
Nick
communists.
DiPaolo calls her fat ankle dog face. you listen to this
I
podcast now,
can't.
right?
I love had it around my mother. She almost kicked me out because
Well, she
He's a funny fucker.
He is,
Nick
yeah.
DiPaolo. Look
He
him
is
up.
funny, yeah.
His stand-up comedian.
I'm surprised he
comedy is
doesn't get
great.
censored. He's worse than
Oh, he does. He got booted off of YouTube. He had to create his own platform. All these guys have to. The only thing that annoys me about him is he says, and he weighs too much. Anyways.
and he smokes too much.
Yeah, you can hear him smoking the whole time. But he's funny. I saw him at the Boca Black Box when he did stand-up
Yeah, I remember when you went to
years ago.
that.
Yeah, he was fucking hilarious. Not allowed to have an opinion.
I went to the Delray Black Box.
You did. That black pussy over there.
Where'd he go?
He's eating. How big is the other one now?
He's small. He's much smaller compared to him. I think he might be a runt.
Are they full grown?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He's a year and a half. The other one's a year, 3 months. Black one's huge. You feel him too. He's just solid muscle.
Yeah, he looks pretty big.
The other one's skinny. Yeah, they're both boys.
Fight.
Play a fight.
Yeah.
they're best buddies.
You got two cats too, right? Or one now?
One fat one.
The other one was fat too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How do they get so fat?
Eat, sleeping, not doing nothing else, staying inside.
Eat, sleep, and not grow.
Grow fat.
Or grow the wrong way.
Yeah, it's not like a dog. You just let them out and run around. My dog.
You got to have two. You know, they'll.
Yeah, it's great.
Your dog almost the same size as the other one now?
Yeah, he's growing so fucking fast.
I want to meet that other dog.
His paws are they're just about as big as hers. She's a little over a year.
Are they boyfriend and girlfriend at all?
No, they play all day. They fuck with each other all day.
That's great. That
They
must
love
be fun.
each other, yeah. It's good.
But is
She's like his mom. 'cause
any
she's just a
romance?
puppy. No. Well, yeah, he'll try to fuck her face every now and then when they're wrestling. He'll start to hump and shit. His little lipstick will come out. You know, a little fucking chili pepper that pops out.
Yeah.
He's already starting that shit. He's only 3 months old. I'm like, yeah, get her.
Have you joined in that and made a threesome
Shut
yet,
up, you
Brad?
fucking pig. Don't stay. Now you're going to go to bestiality.
You can bring Nate over. They can have a good
No,
time.
I ain't Nate.
Nate's the only one that gets away with molesting
My dogs would-
his puppies online. Where's the SPCA when you need him?
My dogs would eat Nate's fucking dogs. But no, he's growing fucking
If
fast.
Nate doesn't eat him first, he's a dog eater, remember?
With dogs, it's
Korean.
Yeah, no. Cameras, math, and dogs. It's a year up. It's a year up. Now she's going to get wider. She's starting, so you can already see, but he's got a lot of like extra skin.
Oh, he'll grow into that. Yeah.
He's a Dogo, Argentino, and a Pit Bull mix. The mother's a Pit, that is a Dogo.
And you said that they were going to euthanize him, right?
Well, the guy in the neighborhood, he had a litter of 7 of them because he had a Pit Bull, a female, and he had a roommate, and his roommate had a Dogo, and he knocked her up. They didn't plan on breeding the fucking dogs. So this guy had a litter of 7. He's like, look, I'm going to bring him to the pound if I can't get rid of them. So he just gave them away. My sister took one, and then a few other people we know took them. Got rid of them all in 2 days. It was good. So they all went to good homes. Why not? I got the yard for it. What the fuck?
Yeah, absolutely. You have a yard for 10 dogs.
I know. 2's enough, though. That's enough for now. He's good because she's, potty trained, so he'll just follow her.
That's good.
He's already, he'll have his accidents here and there, but
Still got room for the bully on Bradford Estates.
no chance. Not welcome. Remember when he talked about you? He said spray painted his name. Hey, man, time, like they say, over time you can forget whatever. But once he said that shit about my daughter, that was it for me. Yeah, you're dead to me. Fuck you. I'm sorry. They're just crossing the fucking line.
Well,
and he knew
I
it.
understand what you're saying, but only thing my message to you and a lot of maniacs out there: words, sticks and stones can break bones. Words can't hurt anybody.
Yeah, but that's bullshit.
Let words
That's bullshit.
or trolls get into your mind. Like,
I almost lost the whole podcast there.
I saw that claw come up there.
Go away, you little prick.
He wants some attention.
Where'd he go?
He's in the kitchen. He's fine. I know what I believe me, I get it. And I'm done with the alcohol as an excuse. Okay. He only did an apology video because Andrew fucking told him to. And he wouldn't have done it on his own. I'm not a fucking idiot. I can only be, I'm not a fucking punching bag either.
Brett has nothing to do with you. Anybody could say anything at any time.
I understand
as far
that.
As you say not to go over, that's grid too.
Anybody, a troll's
I just-
different. But
don't let it-
nameless, faceless people don't bother me. Somebody I know that I welcomed into my fucking house that I was a pretty good friend to. Yeah, I broke his balls, but we all break each other's
Brad,
balls.
don't let it bother you.
fucking
Don't
do
burden
that shit.
yourself with it. That's him.
I don't.
You can't
I left
control
it behind.
everybody.
No, I know. Believe me.
I'm not bothered about the woman, the fireman, the troll,
I'm
whatever.
not making somebody else's problems my fucking problems.
That's fine, but don't let it burden you.
It doesn't burden me whatsoever. I'm way better off not
Just
having
remember,
that guy around
it's
me.
going to happen again.
I'm
Not
sure.
necessarily from him, from others. Probably
But
worse.
if it's
Hold
a
on.
friend of mine, none of my friends in my whole fucking life would ever say that shit, Lenny. That's
You
not.
got to remember something too. It isn't just Jay's words; it's the aftermath. It's relentless trolls who will listen to what he says and then research shit and look it up and post it. That's where the problem
Still, don't
takes
let it
place.
affect you.
I don't let it affect me.
It can happen.
That's why I
It's
cut it
gonna
off.
happen.
By
You
not
live in that day and
by not
age.
paying attention to it, ignoring it, cutting it off. That's what you do. It doesn't burden me. His name came up because we're sitting here talking about it. Believe me, I don't fucking think about the guy unless his name is brought up. Otherwise, I don't give a shit. He's got to live in his life. That's how he wants to be. Fine.
Like Jarvis J. Masters.
He's burnt.
When I brought that up.
That's why he has no true friends. He may think he does, but he doesn't. You can't be friends with somebody you can't trust, can you? And if you said that about me too, I would say the same thing. Goodbye. I don't want nothing to do with you.
He said what about you?
What he said about my daughter.
He didn't say it about you. You said he said it about you.
You know what I'm talking about.
So you're not. There's more to it, I think.
No.
There's more to it.
Well, it's a buildup of everything else too, making shit up. We had a discussion months before. You guys were in the group. Mm-hmm. Listen, stop talking about my mom online, which I never did. When I did, that was over a group text when I was being a
Stupid thing
smart
is that
ass.
That's almost like inviting people to do it.
Right. That's what bothers him the most. I said, fine. I won't talk about your mom,
Well, he's
but then
another
you
one of
don't
those
talk about my
sensitive
family.
types.
And he's the one that, we had an agreement as men, and he fucking I can't.
Yeah, you guys basically had a handshake deal.
And he just had to run his mouth. And I'm sick of the alcohol as an excuse. It's not an excuse. You're 51 years old. You've been drinking since you were a teenager. You should be able to control your shit. If you can't, quit. If it's ruined your life and all your relationships, why would you keep doing it, you know? And if you're a depressed person, you shouldn't be drinking because it's a fucking depressant.
And I don't think teenagers should drink. However, I believe teenagers should be able to marry responsibly a certain person.
Go back to
That's
that.
what I believe.
It is what it is.
Do mind-altering substance before your mind's fully developed. That's my general
But having
rule.
a kid before your mind is fully developed is okay?
Absolutely.
Oh, my fucking.
If you're able to have a kid, guess
no
what?
time.
That's time. Once as soon as you have a kid, guess what? That's time.
I'm not even trying to win an argument here because
You have no arguments.
Yeah, exactly. There's no point. Let's stop. I also have a 14-year-old daughter. I have 2 daughters. My 14-year-old daughter is not ready to be a fucking mother.
Of course she's not, because she wasn't taught that in school.
Oh, it's not that, Lenny.
Yes,
They're
it
not
is.
fully. Oh my.
She's told to go to college. You want her to go to college?
If she wants to,
Great.
I don't listen. That
If I had a daughter, I want her to be a good mother.
To me,
to a great man,
to me,
have a great family.
To me, college is a fucking scam. You're not going to get an argument. If my kids want to go, they can go. If they don't want to go, I'm not going to fucking disown them or you have to go to college. I set up college funds for them when they were young. And if that money's there, the money will be there when they're ready to go. If they don't want to go, they can take that fucking money and invest it. If that's what they want to do, I don't give a shit. College is fucking overrated.
Taking that money and partying.
Well, that's all depending on their. You can tell.
Right, I'm just saying.
Your kid's
it's not your
mindset at
fault.
that age, I can tell if she's going to be a party.
But
I'll be like,
well,
"You're
from
not
what,
getting this
what
fucking
she's
money."
getting from the media, from her school, is there's only one option: to go to college. Got to be like a man. Got to make the money. Then men are useless.
You know,
and
it's
if you
funny-
have a man, you can sue him and get more money.
You know, it's funny. Well,
Women are basically have a very evil side. They like to get back at men and ruin lives.
they have it.
Well, that's because the laws are on their side.
Exactly.
Correct.
The laws
What is
weren't
one
on
of the
their side.
laws? 18.
Well, my son's in his first year of college, and I was asking him about, the professors and shit if they try to jam that. But he's at a Catholic school. And I
They're
think
still just as bad, if not
he
worse.
said
I hear stories.
He said it's not. He doesn't get any of that shit.
Not as much, but they're not exempt.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's not we'll see. It's make the corrections now.
No, I talked to my kids. Know how I feel.
Your
about that
daughter at
shit. I don't-
14 should know how to change a diaper, make meals, proper house cleaning techniques, bathroom cleaning techniques, and how to make a man happy. They're not teaching that anymore. They used to. And that's why 50% of marriages end in divorce. They're never told how to make a man feel special. All the woman has to do is compliment a man and prop him up. Did they do that? No.
Yeah, we're very easy.
Did your ex-wives know? She talked like shit to you, right?
Feed me, fuck me, shut the
Yeah.
fuck up.
That's right.
You had to hear her bitch and moan all day, and you still do.
No,
'Cause
I
that's
don't.
what she was taught.
What do you mean? I still do. I get along great with my kids' mothers.
Both of them?
Yeah, we have no
When you were
issues.
married, all she did
Oh,
was
of course,
bitch
it
at
sucked.
you because she was
Not
taught
all,
that.
not all the time, but listen.
She was taught that.
No, because her name was signed on the dotted line, and once your name is on the contract, you don't have to perform anymore. When do pro athletes always have their best year?
when they're trying to get that big.
Correct.
Like
when
we
they're
just were talking.
when
about.
they're in their walk year, their free agent year, then they sign 6-year, $10 zillion contract, and then they go back from batting 340 to 270.
Yeah.
Why? Because what's the incentive?
Yes.
Same thing with when you're married, or if
very
you're a
true.
woman anyway.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to blow you every night. Oh, you don't like that I don't blow you anymore? Well,
Yes.
divorce me and I'll take half your shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And until the laws change.
Yeah, the lawyers make out more than
won't.
anybody. But it's not that any relationship you're in, if you're not a fucking cuck, once the bad outweighs the good, you fucking leave. You split. You move the fuck on. That's how I've always been.
Well, it doesn't.
I don't know how long I'm going to be on this fucking earth. I'm not living majority of my life or half of my life being fucking miserable.
Then why'd you get married in the first place? You knew it was coming.
I didn't know it was coming. If I knew,
I don't think anyone who gets married knows it's
you
coming.
never-
Otherwise, they wouldn't get
I
married.
would now. You know it's coming. Now I know it's coming. You mean these little bimbos I talk to now? It all goes back to the same thing.
You know, it's funny. At my job, I talk to members all day at the country club, and I get completely opposing opinions when I speak to the wives as opposed to when I speak to the husbands. When I speak to the wives, these are all women over the age of 70. Oh, Andrew, are you married? No. Oh, that's terrible. Why aren't you married? We need to find you a good woman. You need to get married. And
Good luck.
Right. And then when I speak to the men, when the wives aren't around, Andrew, are you married? No. Good. Keep it that way. Don't end up a miserable loser like me. Enjoy your life. Stay single. Never get married, Andrew. Don't make the mistake. These grumpy old men.
No kidding.
But that's what happens when you
Right.
fucking marry somebody and you're miserable.
Right.
with
Who
them.
are they're resigned to their fates at the age of 70.
It's awful.
Yeah.
It's
But a lot
fucking
of those
awful.
guys, their wife does everything for them. So
Not necessarily.
you're used to that. But
They
they
do
didn't
what
have
they're
it, they
told.
Put it this way: the problem is can't find a girl that's younger than you that acts like them. And every generation it went down. Every generation gets worse.
Yeah, it's part of the
breakup of the family.
Why do you think it's all the social media shit, all the news, all this stuff? Brainwashing everybody with bullshit.
Yes, a white man's a buffoon. He's a joke. He has a small penis. He's not a man. You need to go out and cheat. You need to have a lesbian encounter. Live it up, girl. Take his money. They're not good for shit. Black Lives Matter. White man is a racist slave owner, and it's time to turn the tables on him. Tear down the monuments. The only one they ever tearing down are white men. You ever notice that? Every single one of them. And they're putting up criminals. Michael Brown. You're not going to
change. That's not going to change fucking history. I don't understand the whole point of that.
Yeah, well, it's people don't.
History is history.
They don't teach
the past is not changeable.
They're not teaching.
Sorry, it's not fucking changeable.
They're not teaching it. They're teaching Black History Month all year. They're making all these outrageous claims how great their civilization is when it's not. No black-run country's ever done anything on their own worthwhile. Who's the longest-running black-running country? That's Haiti.
That doesn't mean it can't in the future.
No, but in the past it never happened.
Well, that's why you do study the past and you learn from the past's mistakes.
Well, maybe like Al Campanis said, maybe they're not capable of doing it.
Maybe we're not either.
We're going to look it up. Al Campanis.
I mean, look at the candidates. Look at the candidates that we've had in this country.
With Ted Koppel.
What the fuck?
I remember that like yesterday.
Look who's running this fucking country.
He had no idea he would lose his job. It's actually quite funny to watch. Right, they want to erase it. It's going to get worse. And Miss Kamala will be president because they're going to get him out of there.
They're not going to get him out of there, Lenny. He'll resign within a fucking year.
How do you think he really broke his foot? Because we all know that story about the dog is complete bullshit.
Probably
trip over his dog.
Probably drunk at a summer celebration.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
When they say he got out of the shower and pulled his dog's tail, who the fuck does that? Not even a 4-year-old
smashing into a weight bench.
Yeah, I know. That's why I can't. I'm not gonna fucking comment on this because I did the stupidest fucking thing. But how many times did we walk into those benches in World Gym? It's the same bench that was in World Gym. Those pipes where you put your feet.
Never.
You never ran into it?
No.
You did?
How many times? Yeah, we're all smashing our feet.
You never hit your leg on those bars.
And I dropped a 45-pound plate on my foot, and that hurt.
Yeah.
And I was fucked up at the time, and the doctor told me it looks like your foot is a broken plate. I said, yeah, because I dropped 45. That hurt for 2 weeks. I didn't even bother getting it fixed.
Should go through some questions before we end this. You gotta get out of here soon.
Yeah, I got a question.
I gotta take a piss.
How old was you, Brad, when you first had sex?
17.
How old was the girl?
Same age.
Pedophile, according to you.
Shut up, idiot. I'm talking about an older man. We've misunderstood.
You've been with an older man? Well,
I'm talking about an older man going with a younger woman.
We'll have to get longer mic cords so he can take it into the bathroom.
Doing that now is you.
I mean, an underage girl. Jesus Christ. I got to be so specific.
I know.
Yeah.
What the
specificity? I've always said it, Brad.
Specificity.
Instead of the theys, they this and they that.
I met her when she's 27, a fully developed woman.
Where'd you meet her, Brad?
Church.
Bible study.
Met her at trapeze.
I'm going through some questions here. All right, you already answered that. You guys bring entertainment and education. Meanwhile, Dale is flicking ladybugs out of his hunting pod.
Those are depressing, actually, watching that shit.
Yeah, I know. How long does he sit out there for?
Ugh. You got a bed, Dale. Go home. I'm going to hang out in the mud with a bunch of redneck scumbags, freezing cold.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. I got this deer the other night. Yeah, I see it creeping there. I'm going to get me that sucker.
Gotta follow the blood trail.
Oh, I hate that shit.
Wait, does he shoot it to wound it and then track it down, or does he shoot it to kill it? Why not just put one in its head and kill it? And
But he likes standing next to the dead bodies.
Curious to know.
It's like my father always said. Everyone was going camping. He goes, "What the hell do you want to go camping for? Out in the rain with bugs? You got a warm, clean bed." He goes, "The hell you want to do that for?"
I think I've been camping 3 times in my life, and
it sucks.
No. Greetings from Oregon. I hope you're not in Portland. What was the main reason for your guys' hiatus? Does Andrew still believe Jason won't return? I'll answer your first question. Your second question first. Jason will return when certain dominoes fall. I'll put it that way. Until then, he is not returning. He came back on Instagram briefly, but he took it down. The reason for the hiatus is just we all live in different necks of the woods now. We all have different schedules. If there's something worth filming, I'm the first person to grab my camera, go out and film it. But to be honest, there really hasn't been much. You're not going to the Olympia, are you, in Orlando?
Possibly if Aladdin comes down, but if he doesn't, no.
Yeah, I can't take that.
Because he'll probably probably have masks on, no expos.
Yeah, what the fuck is the point? And it was thrown together so quick. A week before Christmas, I can't get off. I already looked. There's no way for me to be going.
Question. A few podcasts back, Prince mentioned Lenny being attacked with a bat.
In the Walmart parking lot.
Can you tell the story now?
I'll tell it real quickly. I was doing something I shouldn't have. This was in May, right before Memorial Day. And I did something I shouldn't have. And I got so out of control that I was going up and hitting on every black girl I saw in Walmart. And I followed a black woman to her truck. And her husband, he come out and he's the truck. He goes, "What you following her for?" It's because she's cute. I want to talk to her. He goes, "That's my wife." And I said, "You got good taste." And I kept talking to her, ignoring him. So he came up and hit me in the back of the head with a baseball bat. It just hit my shoulder. He didn't hit like in the head. It was misplaced. And I turned around and looked at him. I said, "Is that supposed to hurt me?" And he got in the car and ran away. And I went to the liquor store. And I pulled my pants down in front of this gorgeous Jamaican clerk with tight pants. And the guys in there, the Haitian clerk, saying, "Oh, they got cameras in there." I said, "Good. Maybe you remember me by." And I called Brad. I was
you were out
sky high. I'll never do that again. Trust me.
Yeah, sure.
Never.
Sure, buddy.
That video's got to be somewhere from dropping his drawers.
And that girl, oh my God, you should have seen her. Wearing a pink bodysuit, waist like this, ass like this, Jamaican, nice.
Venus Williams, like Serena.
Better.
Serena, I meant.
Yeah.
My door is always open for you guys. You know that.
Thanks, man. LA Fitness has no restrictions now. They just opened up the jacuzzi, too. So everything's good, yeah.
But you have to wear a mask.
You wear it when you go in, you wear it when you leave. Other than that, I'd say 40% of the people in there are wearing a mask, maybe less. Once you're in there, you take it off.
And you don't have the mask police?
No one. Wash my hands before I leave, and that's it.
Yeah, we always did that anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm very happy that I don't have to go to a gym.
Well, that new one is opening up in West Boynton, that new LA Fitness beginning of next year. I'll have to check it out.
My membership ends I renewed it actually in March for a year.
I remember that.
So they got to extend it, 3 months? So I should probably have that membership till July or June.
Yeah. I drove by it a few weeks ago. It looks nice. Looks like it's going to be a good spot.
It's hard not to renew at the price we got.
I
We're
know.
grandfathered in. $230 a
Nothing.
year.
You don't want to lose
Any
that.
fucking LA Fitness in the country. It's like...
Yeah, I wouldn't want to lose that.
Even though I don't need it anymore, I still,
It's good to have.
Yeah.
It's like a condom. You'd rather have it, not need it, than need it and not have it.
Or a gun.
That too. Or 2 guns.
Yeah. I recently got one of 45.
Did you now?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Is it a compact or a regular size?
It's regular size.
Shit.
Yeah. Hey, what the fuck? I'm not a gun person, but...
We should do a video.
Like you said, you'd rather have it not need it than need it not
Every
have it.
homeowner should have one.
I hope I never have to fucking use it,
Yep.
but...
Sleep better knowing it's right next to your bed.
Yeah.
We should do a video at the gun range. Go shooting.
All right. Do that, sure.
Bring Lenny.
Is ammunition still scarce? That's the thing. I mean,
Once Biden becomes president, it's probably going to fly off the shelves.
prices are pretty high too right now, right?
Yeah. 45 ammo is easy to get, though.
Yeah.
It's like 9 or 40.
I just heard an explosion in there.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I heard the toilet echo.
That's
You
not
take
good.
one of those shits and
That's not good.
he's blasting off.
And I just cleaned the shit out of that bathroom. You know why.
I know. Remnants of the Lyft driver. Lyft driver cream pie.
That's an awfully long piss, Lenny. I said that's an awfully long piss, Lenny. I know. I know.
So what were the other questions? I can't get my phone. I actually uploaded a story on my Instagram before we started, and the thing is still...
It's still not up?
Nope.
No shit.
Yeah, my phone sucked.
You did that when we first started the podcast.
I'm on Wi-Fi, but whatever. You got some jank shit.
Hang on, let me look.
You're asking why we don't do them as often. It's like they'd rather have a podcast than a fucking video.
We should do them more often. At the end of the day...
Twice a month should not be that difficult.
No.
Once a week is a little much.
Well, especially because you're no longer living right here.
Yeah, but I work right here. It's 5 minutes from
Well, that's
my work.
true.
So whenever I could always come right after work and week. And that's what I've told you, Lenny. You're always down to do it, but getting him over here is like pulling fucking teeth. None worth reading. Donkey Kong, give it the fuck up. He's like trying to make me and Jay be cool together. Jay, apologize, Brad. It's not genuine. I don't care. It's past that point. Just enough of that shit already. So Lenny, what do you think they're gonna allow kids to go sit on Santa's lap this year? Or you think they're gonna stop that too?
Well, did you see the video of the kid who asked Santa for a Nerf gun? You didn't see that? You didn't see that? Well, it went viral. a 4-year-old kid was at the mall and he asked Santa for a Nerf gun, and Santa said, "No, you can't have that. That's a gun." And you hear an adult in the background say, "No, it's a Nerf gun." He said, "Nope, I'm sorry, no guns." And the kid started bawling his eyes out, crying. So a whole bunch of people sent the kid Nerf guns. So now he's good. Yeah, it's just, we have woke Santa now.
They want people to believe that guns are evil, period. Guns kill. No, people kill.
Correct.
So what I was thinking, what are the most evil things that the media puts up? White men, guns, masculinity, heterosexuality, and women homemakers.
What do you mean that's the worst thing media?
That's what the media ridicules.
What do you think the ultimate goal is?
Just like I said earlier, one world government ruled by the elites, a couple dozen of them, billionaires beyond belief. They control every aspect of our life, and it's basically to make them better. And they have technology which cures certain diseases. And with cryogenics and stuff, they're going to live forever.
Wouldn't you-
Artificial intelligence, robots, and a total paradise for certain types of people.
Wouldn't you agree that every society needs strong men?
Yes.
And it seems like they're being phased out.
Without a strong man, you have no society. Men had no respect at all, not in the courts.
All you have to do, like we've talked about this on podcasts before, if you watch TV commercials here in the States, every commercial, it shows some schmuck who has no idea what he's doing. There was a Hyundai commercial. It was a couple of years ago. I don't know if you guys remember it. It was a guy, and it was at night, and he was trying to get into his car, and bleep, bleep, he locked himself out of the car, and he went, "Oh, I did it again." And he gets out his cell phone, and he FaceTimes his wife, and he goes, "Honey, can you do that thing again for me you did last week?" And then it shows his wife, and she's an astronaut up in outer space, and she goes, "Fine." And she hits a button on her cell phone and it opens his car door on Earth. It was a commercial for Hyundai, just portraying the man as a blithering idiot.
That's what my father
And the
was
woman
saying.
as an
Exactly
astronaut.
What you said since the 80s. The same thing. He's made to look like a buffoon. It's all part of the plan. White culture and their systemic racism. Systemic.
What does systemic actually mean?
It's a racism which they think it's a plot or design hundreds of years ago to keep them down. And they could never enter
The word
high
systemic.
levels. That's as a system.
The system has created the racism or whatever.
The system's designed to keep the white man.
We had a black president for 8 years. I mean,
Well, they were shouting more than ever that he can never be satisfied. Problem is, white America always pandered to them. Starting off with Bobby Kennedy going down to Mississippi and shacks and filming that and putting on news programs saying, look, this is how certain people in America still live. They put dirt on the kids' faces before the film crews came in. They tell the cameras you had nothing to eat all day. So that's how the welfare system's...
I saw a picture of a reporter with like almost a full hazmat suit on, the mask, gloves, all this, and the cameraman had nothing on.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of those.
None
Yeah,
of
yeah.
this shit. It's like, give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break.
That's like a famous picture of, I think it was Anderson Cooper was covering one of these recent hurricanes, and he's standing in waist-high water covering it, and then his cameraman is like 5 feet away on totally dry land. Fucking tool.
I can't watch this shit. I don't have cable. I don't even watch.
Well, I got to see. Well, I don't want to say again in detail, but I see it every day, and I just beyond belief what I see.
The hypocrisy is insane right now. It's nuts. And hey, listen,
I don't want to say what I think should happen to all these governors and mayors who are doing that.
he got the president-elect got in there because they don't want the fucking riots.
That's no excuse.
That's
I mean,
because
that's
if
our
Trump
justice
Trump
system.
won in a landslide, cities would burn
That's
the
not the
fuck
point.
down.
No, they wouldn't.
You
know
don't
why?
think so?
I deputized Trump supporters.
That was out of
Give them a
fear.
badge. Get the National Guard out here. Believe me, that's what the LA riots. As soon as they brought in the National Guard, all those tough gangbangers went in their house like a church
Why do
mouse.
you think OJ got off? They didn't want more
No,
riots.
because of the jury. That's how we got
well,
off.
that too, but
jury of
they also
idiots.
did not want any more
That's
riots.
not the point. You don't let mob rule make decisions in a democratic country. That's why I got in an argument with Mike.
Too
T.
late.
Well, it's too late. It's our fault. We the people allowing it to happen. You ready
Record turnout voting this election. Record turnout. Why is that?
Well, they do. They talk about the first of everything. How about the first time dead people voted? That's happened numerous.
And what's funny is they think after this year is over that 2021 is going to be better. Well, really?
No, it's not.
You think so?
And they're going to close Florida down. I don't care who the governor is. They are going to usurp states' rights in a second. They've done it before.
You know, I saw a stat today. There's 19 million Americans on the verge of losing their home. 19 fucking million. You think it's going to get fucking better? Oh, all of a sudden they're going to be able to pay their rent once January 1st hits.
Like I
Get
said,
the fuck out
people
of
ain't
here.
seen nothing yet, and that's nothing.
One fucking $1,200 check for everybody that's been out of work for 9 fucking months. Kiss my fucking dick. What the fuck?
Ain't seen nothing yet.
No.
So you better be tough, maniacs, because times are going to get real tough.
Oh fuck yeah! This is anything. Oh, we're get back to north. This is years of fucking shit ahead of us. And what are we gonna do? Sit here and bitch on a podcast, and nothing's gonna fucking change.
Thank God you don't live in New York.
Yeah, no shit.
So you get jumped by 10 people on a
something
daily
can
basis.
something can change. You want to know how? It's real easy. Open the economy.
Yeah. Well,
Open everything up. No restrictions. Nothing.
no, you got these
That's it.
brainwashed people that won't fucking
Open the fucking
There's so many.
country.
There's so many. This is what I said it in the beginning. This just showed in this entire world that more than half of the population is fucking dumb, fucking stupid. You do that, all those dumbass. How dare you? I saw him.
Then stay home.
Facebook
Stay
the other
home.
day, Ron DeSantis. I fucking hate Facebook. I rarely go on. I went on the other day. Ron DeSantis was having a press conference about having shit open up, and some woman commented, "Fuck you, murderer."
But that's how they really think.
Like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
No,
That's-
Brad, she's not. That's how they
I know, that's what
actually
I'm saying.
think.
That's an imbecile.
They won't
That's
con-
a fucking imbecile.
But they won't say it. They won't condemn China at all. They won't say a bad word about China. But DeSantis and this one and that one, they're all murderers.
keeping our economy going. And there's a lot of businesses that shut down and got fucked up from this because, but it's not like California. Those motherfuckers are still telling people you can't have anybody over for Thanksgiving. Suck.
While
my
he's having
dick.
a $300 per person
What
dinner
the fuck?
at the most.
Just that alone, open your fucking eyes, people. Give me a goddamn
Have the
break. How
neighbors
can you be
talk.
so stupid?
Spy on you and call the authorities if they see it. Look in your windows.
Well, thankfully, more and more law enforcement agencies are saying, "Fuck you! I'm not going to enforce your."
Yeah, and then the governor will say,
the
well, we're going
laws.
to cut your fucking funding.
Yep.
It's
That's
fucked
real.
up.
How's that working out in Minnesota?
Exactly.
You see what their crime rate spiked up to? What I think they cut the budget by $8 million.
you
That's
can't put
a
chokehold
great
on an
idea.
out-of-control suspect.
This shit is
Certain holds you can't do.
Yeah.
when you-
This shit is plain as day. There's no hiding anything anymore because of everybody that's got a phone and a camera. Information is right at your fingertips. You see it right in front of your eyes. This is bullshit. The way they handle it is bullshit. Like, I understand at the beginning, because they're unsure about everything, but after a couple of months, I was like, okay, now what the fuck?
That should have made everyone
It's
a believer
December.
into the nonsense going on with it, but they still refuse to
No
believe
trick or
it.
treating. No Thanksgiving. You can't be around your family. So fuck yourself.
But they
what
can.
country are we living?
But they can.
Right, exactly.
That's the
If
thing.
if you have pre-existing conditions, if you're at high risk of possibly dying from this virus, stay the fuck home. If you're okay, you feel good enough to go out, go the fuck out. Where are we living, man? What kind of sense does this shit make? And people that that we know, that I've lost respect for so many people I know because they're falling for this shit. It's like, you're a stupid person.
One thing I'll say about this year in particular, but also the whole coronavirus thing, is it's definitely exposed who is and who isn't insane or prone to be insane. Like people who I thought were normal and had just rational minds turned out to be fucking whack jobs.
Yeah,
And it revealed people's characters and who's nuts.
Oh, did you hear what they said? Oh, I don't know. Gotta wear a mask. I got people I work with that's like wearing a mask while you're driving around by yourself, man.
Gonna do jack shit.
The governor of California said he said if you go out to eat, you should wear a mask in between bites. Did you hear when he said that? You should put it on and take it off in between your bites while he's going out to a 300 per person dinner with 12 people indoors.
I'd rather not go out.
Like I
Fuck
said,
you.
I don't want to say what I think should happen to these politicians.
They'll be telling hookers to pull their mask up and down in between sucking dicks.
It's fucking it's like we're in an alternate fucking dimension right now.
George Orwell, 1984.
What?
A book and a movie about the total control.
It's happening right before our eyes, man.
People are letting it.
That's right. All right. That's enough of that. I gotta stop it.
Want to wrap this up?
Yeah.
Anything?
Ready to go. Lenny looks like he's falling asleep.
Row here.
Anything you want to promote, Lenny? Are you doing now? Okay, so you're doing a weekly thing with Leo and with Palumbo now?
Yes.
Okay. When are those?
Well, they're going to vary. Dave's are usually around 11 o'clock on Tuesday morning.
I noticed on his channel, he posts a video every fucking hour.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And I also want to talk about my book cameos. You get a personalized message from me. I got some good ones coming up for the holidays, which people may not be allowed to celebrate, but can celebrate with me. So looking forward
Everybody can
Yeah.
celebrate.
to meeting you.
Get your Christmas, your New Year's, your Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Book cameo.
Oh, yeah, you got to cover all bases.
Tonight's the first night of Hanukkah.
Oh,
Yeah, Hanukkah.
you got to put a menorah behind you and put on your
My
Santa
mother
hat.
actually has some candles.
Oh, yeah, that's
We
nice.
always put them up as a kid, along with a Christmas tree.
That's nice.
Because my father's boss was Isidore Friedman.
What?
That was boss.
Gee, what could his religion be?
Yeah.
Isidore Friedman.
Nice guy, though.
Interesting. So book cameo, you do a podcast with Leo now every week with Kalora. I'm going to be on it next week with you guys.
It's at an odd time. It's at your drinking time, Friday night.
No, it's fine. I don't drink that much anymore.
That's
No.
good.
Weekends, maybe two, sometimes.
So no more weekdays, huh?
No.
Good.
Cut that out.
Yeah.
I've done, I go in spurts. It's whenever. If
Do
there's,
you like tequila?
No, I can't drink tequila. I like it, but it does. I get punchy when I drink that shit.
What do you mean punch?
Hey, stupid. More aggressive. I don't like it.
Okay.
I stay away from gin and tequila.
Remember the story I told you
Gin
about
make you
before we
sing.
started the podcast about tequila?
Oh.
Yeah.
Tequila does that to a lot of people.
Yeah.
I came to find out after years
Well,
of...
don't do flocka.
I like whiskey.
That's-
Flocka?
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was thinking of doing. Flocka.
Yeah, Brad, don't do
that.
flocka.
Yeah.
Throw out all that flocka you have at the house.
That makes me pretty.
That's where the baseball
Insane,
bat
yeah.
would cross.
When did you last do flocka?
I did it once. I had a girl shotgun me right outside of Walmart.
When was this?
May.
May this year?
Yeah, I was still down in. Yeah.
Down in Miami.
Yeah.
Oh.
I remember that night too. He called me probably 6 fucking times.
I went
within
from 0
within an
to
hour.
1,000.
Brad. You ever try this? I don't know.
I think I remember you telling me about that.
Fucking hysterical. If I had those conversations
I
recorded,
felt like driving
holy
my car
shit,
through this Walmart.
it
front
was
door.
fucking hysterical.
I thought I
it
felt
was
so energized and so insane and aggressive.
It was funny and scary at the same time. You
It
know
was.
how
It was
gets.
scary, but it's not a good thing.
Brad. And after like the 6th fucking time, he's like, "All right, just don't answer your phone anymore when I call you." He's like, "No, I'm trying. I don't want to bother you. I don't want to
Look at his
bother you."
face.
It's fucking funny as shit. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Why'd you ask about tequila?
I just saw a bottle on the table
Where?
I'm at right now.
Oh, no. I like whiskey. Prefer whiskey, vodka, malt liquor.
Anything else going on? You got to book cameos. You got the
Another
couple-
episode of the Big Lenny Show's coming down soon. Maybe be at the Olympia, and Aladdin might be coming down soon, so we'll see.
So Leo and Longevity is once a week. What day are we doing it next? It's Friday at 9:30. But you guys normally do it what, Wednesday? You did it the other night.
Yeah, about 5 we did it.
Okay. I can never do it at 5 because I'm not off work.
Right.
So that'll be good. All right. I'll hook up to the Zoom. Andrew's got to open his gift from Walter Reynolds.
Yeah, Mr. Videotapes. It's a long time witness.
Yeah.
Maniac.
It says open on camera. I don't know.
How about I open on podcast?
Yeah, why don't you open it? All
right, hold on.
Let's see what it is. You might need a knife. Pull out your little Swiss Army pocket knife. Actually, no, you got a set of knives from somebody, right? Yeah, that's right. Right next to all the plastic wrap, duct tape, garbage bags, your Dexter uniform. What are you doing tomorrow?
Arms.
And now you're Monday through Friday now, right? Yeah. Taking weekends off to party. What are you talking about me? That's funny you say you're Friday at 9:30 cutting into my drinking time when Leo was the one that said you might be on Dixie Highway at that time on Friday night.
No more of that.
Into the grannies.
No more paradise.
Oh, by the way, I messaged Jason about this coin. I told him I'd leave him with you. He said, okay, he's like, asked you to bring it to the gym one day next week. He'll message you, I'm sure. He'll want this. I think Lenny wants
All right. Sup, Andrew? Walter here. I've been sending you and Jason stuff for years now. It's because I'm actually your long-lost brother, and I'm also a serial killer. You see, our mother had her head blown off by a cartel when we were young, so now we're both killers. Anyway, I was wondering if you wanted to bond by killing Nate together. If so, hit me up. Also, you may have noticed that my address changes regularly. You gotta confuse the FBI. FBI, right, babe? Your bro, Walter Reynolds.
Kill Nate.
Thank you, Walter. Yeah, hang on.
Well, it's wrapped nicely. I hope it's nothing perishable, Walter, because it was in my trunk for about fucking 3 weeks now. I haven't got much at the P.O. Box lately. What's that? Oh, my fucking God. You know what that's from, right? That's from Dexter. That was one of the episodes, the mannequin with the different colored painted. Did you watch that show, Dexter?
Oh, absolutely. But I don't
With
remember
the
this.
ice truck killer. Remember when he would sever all the limbs and
Yeah.
leave them with no blood in them?
Right. Oh, this is great.
That's great.
Whack
You're
off
gonna
with it.
You're going to creep out any chick that comes over if they see
Yeah.
this shit. How the fuck are you going to whack off with that? Can you bend the fingers?
No.
That's what you were thinking. You could probably fit that in your ass, actually.
I hope you're
That's a
talking.
small
I hope
hand.
you're talking to Lenny when you said that. All right, Walter. Thank you. It's a plastic hand with nail polish. It's like a mannequin hand, a very small mannequin hand.
I heard that's what guys do in prison. They paint their fingernails and look at it when they jerk off. Provide a thrill.
What? Like close their eyes and imagine it's a
Now
woman.
open your eyes and look at.
They're able to get nail
You're painted-
polish in prison.
Well, they use magic marker, but that's what they do to jerk off. I heard.
Would you hear that?
Big herc.
Thank you, Walter. I appreciate it.
All right, so what are we at? Almost fucking 3 hours.
I'm gonna leave this in my neighbor's mailbox. Put blood.
That's a good fucking idea.
Put blood all over it. Freak him out.
All right.
All right, maniacs. You got almost 3 hours.
There you go.
We'll see you all at the McLeod J Masters.
What did you say at the end of the last podcast? See you in 3 months?
I said see you in another 6 months. I didn't think I'd mean it, but
All right. Well,
This
hopefully.
podcast will be going underground soon. Trust me.
Well, we have a website. You might end up having to put it on the just on the website.
yeah, we'll
If we
see.
keep
I'll see how this goes.
Yeah, we'll see what YouTube does with it. They have the power. Zuckerfuck. Well, Zuckerfuck.
That's Facebook.
All right, we're done. We're going to try to do this every couple weeks.
Sure.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Christina. See you in Italy.
Bye, Christina, you twat.